whatever. Let's get into it. Let's have some good shit. Rose McGowan. Is there anybody who didn't try to rape her? Let's go through a list of people that were in Hollywood. It's getting to the point where, like, I don't know if you guys listening right now know what we're talking about, but apparently she accused Bill Maher of like saying, I have a huge cock or something like that.
Whispered it to her in a creepy way, apparently.
Yeah, whispered into her ear, I have a huge cock.
Yeah, maybe he's just confiding in her. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's hard.
Maybe,
you don't know what it's like carrying around this huge cock all day.
Yeah.
Rose McGowan, Bill Maher whispering to her about his huge cock during 1990s show. Here's what I'll have to say. I don't want to like victim blame or whatever those things are. You know what I mean? Those things. But if everybody tries you, if literally everybody in your life tries you, you got to start looking at you. You might be throwing out some attitude. You might be throwing out some, because I know as a dude, right? Like when we were all in college, you knew the girls that was giving pussy up to everybody. You knew the girls, and dudes would try those girls with a different level of spiciness than they would try the girl who nobody ever hooked up with. So maybe the rumor on the street, Rose, was that you were out there getting plugged by everyone in Hollywood, and all you had to whisper in your ear is like, yo, I got a big cock, and then that works.
You know what?
Is that reasonable?
I feel like I've heard.
Al's shaking his head, but
because it's not reasonable.
Why is it not reasonable?
We're the most reasonable people in the podcasting world.
You don't even believe that. That's why you started.
Yo, no, I'm saying, it's not weird. It's not weird. 1990s, 30 years ago, you remember what some old guy whispered in your fucking ear? I have a big cock.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I think that was the culture in Hollywood. So it's like, I think.
Word, no. She want to see that cock.
Hey, she
hasn't forgot about it.
I know I've heard women. I've heard female comics do this joke of, I wish there was a way to know if a guy has a big cock or not before you have sex with him.
There is.
Bill Maher tried to tell you. He tried to do you a favor. He's doing what you say you want.
Yeah, you need to wear sweatpants. You need to look at his fucking dick prints, try to see how big he'd be when he's hard. He's telling you, this shit is big, bro.
Hey, listen, secret's out.
I don't know if I believe.
His dick is big. My dick is not. I'm trying to help people. He's trying to help people. We're both just trying to help.
I know that sounds like a crazy thing to say, but that's not reasonable? Like, you don't have to look at your behavior a little bit? Like, if every dude in Hollywood is just feeling so audacious that they'll whisper in your ear, I have a huge cock. Like, you don't think word is on the street amongst the producers and people going, yo, Rose is fucking for roles, yo. Like, one of these guys just needs to come out. Low-key, one of these guys needs to come out and just go, why is she acting like she wasn't trading dick sucks for roles? Why, like, one of these guys just got to say it. Like, is Weinstein dead? With Weinstein's last Corona breath, he got to just be like, she was trading dick sucks for roles. And then just pass out, son. One last Corona ventilated breath. Boy. He yanks out the tube and just goes, Rose was sucking dick for roles. I'm saying, what?
Bro, I thought you were a fan of Charmed.
Say again?
I thought you were a fan of Charmed.
Huge fan.
She's in Charmed?
Yeah, son.
I knew I didn't like that show.
The least charming. Magic didn't even make this bitch charming, dude. Charmed was really carried by Alyssa Milano, Sharon Doherty.
I heard nothing but she was a bitch until Rose McGowan started talking. Now we all forgot Shannon Doherty was bad.
Yo, Shannon Doherty was a diva. But she understood when a man with power said, I got a big cock. she wasn't tripping off that, right? Like, she understood that's how it goes. Like, if you're a guy with a big cock and there's a girl next to you that's hot, there's this knee-jerk reaction. There's this version of like man Tourette's where you got to be like, I have a big cock. What do you even say to that? If someone said to that, if a girl leaned over to you, right, and goes, I got a really tight puss. What do you say to that? Like, do you go like, how do you know? Like how are you sure? Like, what do you say to that? If a girl goes, you got a tight puss, what do you say?
I mean,
I'm gonna let Al answer this so Akaash don't.
You're asking the wrong guy. Yeah. I got no answer.
Akaash will give her a diagnosis.
What if a girl said to you, "I got a really tight pussy"?
Hey man, good for you.
That's what you said. You dap her up.
Hey,
okay,
that's actually.
I see you.
That's the move, is to act unaffected by. Hey, that's what's up.
Akaash would go same girl, and then give her.
Al, what'd you do? A girl goes, "Yo, I got a tight puss."
I'll be like, "Oh, you hitting them Kegels?" hitting them Kegels. That's it. Because that's a setup. In today's days, that Me Too. That is Me Too. She's trying to set you up with that lie.
You think the girls are Me Tooing us with that?
Yeah.
Do you think it was possible? Actually, let's talk about this.
Because she's going to deny the first comment, and then they're just going to record what you said after.
You're just describing the size of your cock.
And what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to yell it? Now he's bragging. You gotta whisper it.
You gotta whisper
for one person.
Also, you don't want everybody to know that. Oh, that is another point. We can't have this like body shame, community who's like, don't make us feel shame for ourselves. We should be able to walk around naked. We should be able to be topless. We should be able to be fat if we want. What if my dick fat? If my dick fat, can I not tell people about that? Why is it that the penis is something that you can't describe, but Lizzo can describe her whole body as big and beautiful? Why can't your dick be big and beautiful?
Is body shame only for people, or like body positivity only for people who should be ashamed of their body?
Yes.
So Bill Maher got a big dick. He should be able to be proud of that just as much as Lizzo should be proud of her body.
It is culturally a bad thing for it is for Jews to have a big dick. They be trying to chop pieces off of their dick all the time. Like when you think about it, like they do not like big dicks, bro.
I didn't know where that was going.
Son, it is true, bro.
So funny.
Back in the day, Moses dragging his dick up in that fucking mountain to get them tablets, right? And they're like, I gotta snip a little of this off so I don't get drag it on so many rocks. Real talk, man. Yeah. That's true.
Oh fuck!
That's why they write and read right to left.
Why is that?
I don't know. I didn't figure the end of that part out.
I'd be so impressed if you did.
I thought by the time I said it, I would have an answer, and then I didn't.
I was a little bit insecure. I was like, how the fuck is he gonna make this a big dick thing? That's so impressive.
I don't know. Okay.
I've been super impressed. Almost the same as if he told me he had a big dick.
Yeah, what is like sexually aggressive about saying you have a big dick?
Yeah, because
like if he said something about her, like, oh, I want to like fuck you with my big dick, that's like, okay, chill.
That
really
is too far.
That's messed up. But if you just say a thing about your own anatomy,
or if you describe her anatomy, too far maybe.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But if you're describing your own body, what world do we live in where men cannot even describe their own body?
It's what you had. You try to use the weapons at your disposal to get people to hook up with you.
Why would you use the word weapons?
If a guy...
we're trying to make this not assaulting.
Well, if a guy says, I have a penthouse apartment uptown, that's what he uses to get girls.
I have a huge penthouse.
What if he said that?
I have a huge penthouse in Whispers. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that?
I have a red Ferrari, 1990 Testarossa.
What if he's talking about his dog? Yo, I have a huge cockapoo.
I have, a brand new blue nose.
Maybe that's what he was saying. I have a huge cockapoo.
It is weird what we
missed the last part. Maybe that's the whisper just didn't get there.
But I do think there's something. Do you think that he's going to lean over and do that to Priyanka Chopra?
Absolutely.
Nah.
She's married.
I don't think she is. I don't think he is.
Because she's married?
Yeah, maybe.
So
and then she made
see those lips on her though?
Who, Priyanka?
Yeah.
That's how you get married.
Oh, that's true.
But like I'm saying, like I think don't get me wrong, every girl experiences sexual harassment, right? Especially on the street, but let's not conflate these things. Mm-hmm. When you're on the street and you sexually harass, the assumption is you're never going to see that girl again. You're actually doing it to kind of like impress your boys.
Ooh, interesting.
Right? Like I don't know if these construction workers, they're holding a fucking hammer and they're in Timberland boots and their jeans are all ripped and they see a girl walking down a dime piece and they go, damn girl, let me get that booty. I don't truly believe that they think their girl's going to stop and then come over and give them the number.
Fun. They're just trying to enjoy their job.
Exactly. At your expense, right? Which is what they've been doing to their coworkers all day, enjoying their job at their expense. This is what we do every single day.
Yeah.
Right? It gets boring on the podcast. Alex, you have abortions. Everybody's having fun. Right? Like that's what we do to each other all the time, right? Now, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying.
But it is entertaining.
It's entertainment.
It is entertainment.
Now, that being said, I understand how that's inconvenient. That sucks to the girl, right? That being said, if a guy is leaning over and saying that to you on his show, granted it's the 90s, something had to happen between you guys where he felt comfortable enough to do that. You're a guest on his show. You don't even work on him. You don't work for him. Mm-hmm. You don't really have a power dynamic over him in the 90s. Matter of fact, you might have been more popping than him in the 90s.
She was a big deal
key.
in the 90s. This is the last time she mattered until this.
Real talk. So something is going on. There's word on the street or you're putting out an energy Now, I'm not saying it's right necessarily what a guy says, but you should take note, mental note. You might be putting out an energy that makes guys feel like they should share their dick size with you.
You know what?
I'm wrong, Al?
I'm not-
Al, you're shaking your head.
Son, I'm not
wrong?
saying anything verbally.
Would you, it's your daughter. It's your daughter. Your daughter comes to you. Every late night show I go on, the guys tell me how big their dicks are. Sit down. What's happening before that? Well, I'm asking them how big their dicks are. Well, bitch, maybe that's why, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you, if it was your daughter, someone you truly loved and cared about, wouldn't you get to the bottom of this?
Yeah, I don't even want.
You wouldn't try to get to the bottom of this?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd be pissed at Bill Maher, but
I'd be trying to get to the bottom of Bill Maher.
Son, honestly, I'm not even that pissed at Bill Maher.
This is a rich Jewish dude, big dick. This guy owns the world.
You know what? I'm like, thank you for being honest. Like,
Hey.
I'd be pissed at Bill Maher if
Hey,
he
what's
was
the
like,
best policy?
honesty. I'd be pissed at Bill Maher if he was like, yo, hey, you know what? I think you're so talented. I think you're so. It's like, my daughter's not talented. She's a charm. Right? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is this hickety hokety pocus? Right? It's not real. But if he was just kept in a fucking buck with her, I would be like, all right, that's what men do. This is a lesson you can learn. But you're putting out an energy
That's
out there.
valid. That's valid. It is honest.
It's honest.
And it's all these dudes pretending they're feminists and then trying to sleep with these girls at the rallies. You're a fucking creep to me.
Thank
You're
you.
phony.
Yeah.
You're duplicitous.
You're what?
Duplicitous.
Oh,
Son, did Nick Cage star in that movie? Jeez.
Son, no, he's multiplicitous.
Oh,
he can do
fuck.
whatever
I
he
knew-
wants,
I
yo.
knew it was
He
one
can
of
do whatever he
them.
wants.
I knew it was one of them.
spell from Charmed, bro. Jeez.
Son, that's like deceitful. These guys who were like, this is what a feminist looks like. That's what a rapist looks like.
Son,
100%.
That's what I'm saying. So I'd sit down, I'd be like, listen, this is what dudes do. Now, you might be putting out an energy, and maybe it's just because you're social, you want to network, you want to be friends with everybody, but you're putting out an energy in some way that's making dudes feel comfortable being honest with you. If you're not ready for that honesty, you need to put out a different energy so they feel like they got to lie.
So here, I don't disagree. People would say blaming victims, whatever. Let's put that aside then.
What are you a victim of? What you a victim of?
Let's put that aside.
That's
Because that's what I'm saying. That's what it's like. Isn't the timing a little odd?
Go on.
Rose McGowan is irrelevant. She's relevant in the 90s,
Right.
completely irrelevant after the late 90s until about 2018. Then she pops with the Me Too thing. Drops some allegations, whatever.
Yeah.
Seems to me like that was her hit, and then she needed a sequel. You waited a year and a half to say this. Why didn't you just let all the allegations go at once?
And guess who's been popping lately? Guess who's had a lot of viral videos during this whole corona?
Bill Maher?
epidemic? Ooh, Big Dick Bill.
Yo, you could have gone at
Dick
Billy Maher.
Bill.
You could have gone at Bill Maher in 2018, back
But
when you were
didn't.
taking down Weinstein.
But you didn't, huh?
You did not.
Huh?
So listen, if it all happened to you, fine. If you're the victim, fine. Isn't the timing odd? That's all I would say.
Statute of limitations on sexual harassment.
30 days.
Son, I think that's generous. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a Macy's return policy. Hey, you kept it in for that long. Maybe you liked it. You know what I mean?
30 days? You couldn't figure that shit out in 30 days?
Yo, you couldn't.
Come on, bro.
You couldn't bring your complaint
A
here.
couple words. We're not talking about physical touch. That's assault, right? We're talking about words. You have 30 days to complain about words.
No.
Just words? 30 days tops.
I thought you were talking physical words. 14 days.
Yo, son. I'm with it. I'm with it, bro. I knew within 2 hours if I was keeping my Oculus or not. I knew within 2 hours if I was keeping my Oculus. Right? You can't figure out in 2 hours if it was sexual harassing enough.
Oh man.
You need a fucking 14-day, 30-day. We'll give them 30 days. You need 30 days to figure out if that shit is sexual harassment. And if not, shut it up.
Yo, yeah, physically, no, whatever. You always bring that up whenever you want.
How long have I been with my girl? 1 year tops. That's it. None of you bitches can get me.
Apparently, Bill Maher was saying, like, it almost sounds like he was saying a joke.
Okay,
Like,
go.
So she goes on his show. This is the tweet. So she tweeted at him in order to get this allegation out.
Yeah.
So she goes on his show, Politically Incorrect,
Yeah.
And
I mean, he kept it 100.
100%.
That's the name of the show.
He's on brand to Bill Maher.
I'm just saying. The show isn't describe my dick politely. You know what I'm saying? It's politically incorrect.
So she goes on during a commercial break. He leans over and goes, "My parents didn't give me a good face, but they did give me a huge cock." It's like that's kind of like a joke.
He's spitting. He's just spitting, bro. He's just spitting.
And he knows he ugly. And I respect his self-awareness.
He does. He is ugly, bro.
Listen, and you can't judge a book by its cover. We always say it all the time. He's just trying to tell you what's inside the book.
Yo, have y'all
It's a
seen
big dick.
Ghostbusters 2?
Yes.
You know, with the guy, the painting?
Yes.
Okay. Don't Bill Maher look like the
He
Jewish
looks-
version of that dude?
Exactly.
It's so crazy. Like if somebody could put like Jewish filter on the guy in the painting, it's Bill Maher. Get that image up.
I bet his soft dick like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, though.
Facts though. Came through.
He just sounds like a guy with no game, like the ones on.
Now that's kind of bars, Al.
No. The ones on dating apps that they just put their height.
I did tell my friends to do that. I did have. a
But
couple
I'm
friends
saying
to do
that's
that,
the
yeah.
equivalent of that. It's like he's not tall. But
Yeah.
his dick is tall.
But how does he know his dick's big if he's tiny? Like the fact that
wouldn't
Akaash
you
is
know?
small and he says his dick's small, that's how I know it's tiny.
You ain't wrong when you're right.
Comparatively,
You ain't wrong when you're right.
what you got there, bro?
Son.
You got a little stump town?
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, what would you whisper into a girl's ear? What would you say? Like, how would you describe it?
My dick?
Yeah.
I would leave that to her imagination. Okay. I mean, I'd
But
be like,
what
it's
would you
exactly,
say?
I'd be like, hey, girl, look at me. Look
Yeah.
at my body. Look at my face. Dick matches. Think about it.
Think about it.
That's good.
How rich must I be?
How would you big up your dick in the best way possible? Is it like soft? Is the skin soft?
Hey, girl, let me tell you something. My shit,
Yeah.
it gets the job done. Sometimes.
I got the Civic of dicks. Got a dick Civic.
Anyway, all right. Well, I just need to get that off my chest. I was feeling a little annoyed by that, but I think we.
Hey, you know what?
What?
It didn't take you 15 years to get it off your chest. Isn't that funny? Isn't that crazy?
30 days, yo. We giving girls 30 days to get this sexual harassment off. 30 days, yo. Real talk. And think about it. Yeah. I don't even know. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if it's 30 days from the incident. I think it's just a flat month.
Wait, what?
I think it's just a month. So, like, anything that happens in May, you got to figure that out in May, bro. Yo, I think you got to figure it out in May, bro.
Get your cat calling done on the 28th.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because think about it, because leap year, February 29th, that ain't even really a day, and we going to be out there barking. You can't get us because it's not a real day.
Now, what if your daughter gets sexually harassed? Then what?
Cat called or sexually harassed?
Both of them. Like, if she gets, like, let's just
Anything.
If you're physically inconvenienced in any way,
yeah,
You might have to die if you're the guy.
you got to kill a
You
guy.
might,
In
you
that
might have to
month.
kill the guy.
Huh?
in that month.
No,
It- but here's the
physical
thing.
has no statute. Physical is
No,
always
put a statute because I'm going to handle it.
What's
That
that?
day. I'm going to handle it that day.
valid. Valid.
I almost had to blow up this fucking matcha store. Did I tell you guys
Oh
about
yeah,
that?
what ended up happening with that?
Because the guy was rude to my girl.
Rude
so
to
what
my
you-
girl.
She was waiting outside for social distancing when two other bitches was getting their matcha. And then the guy tried to close the fucking place. And she's like, I've been waiting outside from before 4. So the guy was like, fine, come in, rolled his eyes, came in, made the matcha. She said, made it hella shitty. So I had to go the next day.
Can I be honest? This is the whitest story
Yeah,
I've
I
ever
know,
heard on
right,
every
son?
level.
Oh my
It's
God.
Matcha, the guy rolled his eyes at the girl.
Yeah.
And then she was respecting social distancing in every way. This is the whitest story I've
Well,
ever heard.
I went the next day
In
and I had a
fairness-
fucking conversation with that guy.
Rolling
son.
eyes is like a white hate crime.
That is.
Real talk.
Don't roll your eyes,
A
dog.
dude rolling his eyes is at a girl that he just met is like, come on, bro.
And then he goes to the place the next day. I want to speak to your manager.
Nah, I spoke to him.
So what you
I
say?
told
This
him.
is the whitest story ever.
I went with her. I said, wait outside. I'm going to go talk to this motherfucker. I went, I spoke to him, and I said, yo, it's my girl's birthday. Just go out there and just wave. right? Just wave like that. So he waves at my girl. I go, yo, thank you, I appreciate it. I buy the matcha, and I was like, yup, did he learn a lesson? And she goes, I mean, he waved at me. I was like, yeah, I told him to apologize. And I was like, you got to look at that girl and be nice no matter what. So that's what happens.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you got to teach a lesson. She got to know who the fucking, king of the kingdom is.
Yo, you let him know.
Son, I'm out here.
What really happened?
Nothing. We went back. I was a bitch. We went back. We got there. I was like, I'll wait outside with the electric bike, man. I can't let this electric bike down.
Wow, son.
You didn't even call it a motorcycle?
Son, when you don't beat up the macho dude, it's a bike, bro. It's an electric bike, bro.
Drew, come on, Drew. What's happening, son?
So I literally thought about it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to knock this guy out for being completely reasonable? My girl showed up at 4.
Yo,
But I can't tell my girl she's wrong. It's quarantine. So, you know what I mean? So I'm in this fucking conflict. I'm biking hella slow trying to put all the pieces together. We get to the goddamn spot. Do you know what I mean? I would not tip him, but then Akaash gonna make fun of me for trying to punish motherfuckers doing the shit I shouldn't do already.
Yo, tipping the fucking barista infuriates me. I gotta tip you before you do your job?
Huh?
What kind of shit is that? The whole tip system is you do your job and then I like the service, so I tip you.
Oh, you got him started on tips,
Fucking-
son.
I know,
It's
you getting
about to
so
be
rallied
it's
up.
about to be 10 minutes.
I'm getting mad
He's about
rallied
to go
up,
to
yo.
that macho dude and fight him for you.
Son, this motherfucker, yo, don't roll your eyes, yo. Hey, let's you and me go talk to this guy. Who you rolling your eyes at, yo?
Son, usually,
That's the unnecessary part.
can I be honest with you though?
That's what you gotta find when you
Can I be honest with you, bro?
in that situation.
Yeah.
You gotta find anything. Be like, hey man, I get it, but like you don't have to roll your eyes like that.
I don't know that. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, because if someone's rude to your girl at a certain point, you can be like, I kind of get it, you know? Like,
Oh, there's never a point where I don't get it. There's never a point I don't. Rudeness, I completely understand.
Oh, man.
Physical shit, that's different.
Yeah.
But the guy is at work getting corona every day. He's about to close up the shop, and then he sees another person outside. That's worth the eye roll?
Nah, but
That's not worth the eye
You
roll?
got- you're
In your girl's
bugging,
defense,
son.
I'm bugging.
You're bugging. Son, you just gotta like
No,
look
no.
macho for your shorty.
Son- Ow. Let me tell you something. Ow, let me tell you something.
For those listening,
lost
Andrew
sleep.
just broke the
I
mic.
lost sleep.
head.
I lost sleep over this, bro. Can I
are you
get
trying to prove how tough you are now, dude?
But this is what I almost did to the Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man.
Macho Man Randy Savage almost got fucking
Macho
Ric Flair.
Man Randy
I literally walked in there like, woo! It's the Diamond Wing Rare. Champagne drinking.
social distancing.
Social distancing. Fuck, son. Hold up.
What was his line? Ooh, yeah. What shit he used to say all the time?
Cream of the crop.
Shit. Hold up.
Yeah, let that be a
Son,
warning.
he told us he was gonna have his confrontation last week.
Yeah.
Were you here?
Yes.
He was like, I'm about to go out to beat up the Macho Man. I have to do it. He was rude to my girl.
Can I tell you what really happened, son?
Yes.
I went in there.
Please.
I'm gonna tell you what really happened. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Do it like- do it
I'm gonna
like
tell you what
Macho
really
Man.
happened. I don't care if y'all judge me. This is what happened.
Do it like Macho Man.
All right, now let's go. Y'all want to know? This is what happened. I said, babe, hold the bike outside. She holds the bike outside. I go in there, right? I go, yo, let me get 2. And I forgot what my fucking girl wanted, so I had to turn back. I go, babe, what you want? And then she goes, I would like a fucking macadamia nut, a matcha, whatever. I'm already deflated saying macadamia nut milk, right? I'm already deflated to saying that. Let me get a macadamia nut matcha latte. Let me get 2 of them shits, right? He goes to do it, and I'm waiting to have the confrontation when he comes back,
my
right?
God.
And no bullshit, they just started selling these like Thai vanilla peanut butter cup things. So here's the thing. Yo. So these shits look so delicious,
Oh my
right?
God.
But they're behind the counter.
Okay.
Oh, you got to ask him for one.
So I can't curse the motherfucker out and then get my Thai vanilla peanut butter cups, right? So
You're a selfish ass motherfucker.
so
You don't defend your girl's honor for some fucking peanut
no,
butter
I
cups.
said this. I said it. My girl can't hear nothing. She's outside. So
Thai
I go
vanilla.
So I go like this. I give her the nod, like it's about to go down. I'm like, yo, I gotta talk to you. Them Thai vanilla peanut butter cups is fire. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like position myself so my girl can't
Move the hands a lot.
I'm like, I'm gonna need 2 of them Thai vanilla peanut butter cups. And then, you go outside. Be like, he felt bad. He threw in some Thai vanilla peanut butter cups, babe.
And you shake his hand at the end to make it look like you really had the, you know what I mean? You really patched things up.
I go out there like, babe, you could go here anytime you want now. So I go there at 4:01.
What if she rude to him? What if he rude to her again?
Nah. Then we got to fight.
But he didn't get a warning.
I haven't had a fight in a while.
What do you mean fight?
Like, I haven't had a fight, like a physical, not even a pushing physical altercation in a while. Now, I'm not saying that I want to have one, but I'm saying I haven't had one in a while. It's going to happen. It's the laws of the world,
If
right?
you have to order 8 peanut butter cups, you would.
I would fight him. No. This kid he's a tiny little fucking kid. It's unfair. It's not. But like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Al. Eventually there's going to be another fight. It's only the law of inertia.
I
Is
used
that a
to
thing?
have the dumbest logic when I was younger. If I went too long without a fight, I'll
You
go
start
looking
one.
for one because it's like I got to make sure I'm still like.
You still got it.
Yeah, I got to make sure I still can.
It's gonna
fight.
happen.
And that was the worst logic. I would go out there looking for a fight.
Yep. And see, and that's what. And then you get caught by a motherfucker.
And then the Macho Man throws some fucking green
And
stuff
then
in
you
your
wind
eye.
up in prison in Sweden.
But I had a
know.
pretty good record. I was 8-3.
Oh,
I kept my record.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I spoke to Al about that, and he did tell me his record, and he included the losses, and I was like, wow, this guy's really honest about it.
Yeah, no, I respect it. There's a couple times I got my ass beat. I did.
But then you believe the 8.
Yeah.
Right?
for
Then
sure.
you're like, nah, he won the 8.
Yeah, he got his 8.
He won those 8 fights.
Nah, those started from when I was a kid up until not very long ago.
So remember them fucking,
Until about 2017.
Yeah.
them fucking, what's it called?
Is that a
that shit
3 or
called?
is that a 8?
I take that as a win because I connected.
That's fair.
didn't.
That
punch
wasn't a win, B.
So he
fair,
didn't
though.
punch me with anything.
Sorry.
He hit me with a stick.
Yeah, but he
7 and
moved you
4.
like 100 feet.
How did he move me with a stick?
He actually moved you much more than 100 feet. He moved you to a prison.
Nah, it don't matter. I got that.
He legit put you on the mat. The yoga mat they gave you and
Yeah,
ASAP
but look,
Rocky to sleep on,
so
that motherfucker put you to the mat,
I
yo.
connected, and then a little while later he dropped. So I dropped him.
I dropped him.
No, I dropped him.
Did he fall or not?
He fell when
I
he was
tripped
running
him.
after me when
I
I was
kicked
running
his- I
away.
put his
No,
fucking
he
leg.
wasn't. Nah.
Son, stop
But
acting
then
like
he
I
had to
didn't
get
do
his
that.
people. He had to get his people together.
And I
so
knocked
that means
all
I
them
won.
out.
And we can't get this trial video, can we?
Nah, it's too late. That guy, he's not even a lawyer anymore. I tried contacting him.
He quit after that case?
What
I don't
happened?
know. But I don't know.
We had to
He's just
deal
not a
with
lawyer.
Andrew.
Oh my
So he said he doesn't have access.
Because I
to-
bodied him, I cucked him in court, bro. Think
name-
about. Imagine you have your whole case
like you did the
put
Macho
your-
Man?
Real talk. Imagine you got your whole case. You put
Hey,
your
yo,
fucking.
Al, I'm going to take care of everything. I'm going to get you
Yo,
out
Al,
of here.
cover your ears. Yo, he is black, and he kind of deserved it.
Did I say that?
He's like, yo, I took care of it, bro.
No, I played into the race card a little bit.
You have to. They got white guilt over there.
Yeah, but I tried to like reverse psychology them on the race card.
Oh,
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't usually see things like this, but like I was really trying to lean in. But I did cuck your lawyer, and maybe that's why he quit.
Maybe.
Son, I was out there in the fucking Ralph Lauren. You know what I mean? I came
was that
through
the
in
shirt
the.
you-
Nah, it's
Nah,
not
it
this
was
shirt. It's
different
another
one.
shirt.
It
But
was
I had that.
close.
I had that
Yeah.
Ralph. I pulled up in that Wreck-It Ralph,
We showed
and
them
bro,
that
I
American
wrecked that
Pride.
courtroom, dog.
Yeah.
Fat bitch. Remember that fat bitch?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, that was a fun time.
No, it wasn't.
Minus the 28 days.
Say what?
I said minus the 28 days. That was a fun time.
that's a vacation, bro.
We need to get back out on the road, man. Fuck all this shit.
Elon Musk doing it.
Sweden's open. That's the only place that stayed open. Let's
The
go.
one place that we could fucking go do shows.
Oh, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. You think you could talk to the club owner for me, see if I can get over there?
I got you, bro. If you want to go over there.
Son,
All right, guys.
defend your girl's honor. That's
Say
a
what?
shame, son. You got to go back to that macho shit. You got to say something.
Yeah, you got to go up
What
to
should
him.
I go
You
say?
go up to him,
What should
you
I go
whisper
say?
in his ear, you go, I got a huge cock. And then just see what he does, bro. Then your
What
ball.
should I say, though? What
Nah,
should I
you
say?
gotta be like, look, man, I get it. It's tough, but you can't sit here and fuck. My girl's trying to respect. You got to deal with all this shit, and then you roll your eyes at her. It's just disrespectful. That's it. That's all.
Nah, B.
And then if he fires back, be like, look, man, honestly, you're right, but I did my job. So I'm going to see you later.
See, nah, I can't do it. I don't understand reasonable
But
confrontation.
now too much time went by. Now it's too late.
Also,
Well,
you gotta
it should
understand
have been
this.
the next day. It should just be like, yo, my girl came home yesterday.
Also,
she
you
was
got to
upset.
understand this. They were Thai vanilla peanut butter cups.
Yeah, nah, it was
Yeah.
bomb. They slapped.
Yeah.
But like, you also gotta say, my girl loves this fucking matcha spot. So I don't. I already ruined one restaurant with a past girlfriend.
Which one?
Via de la Pace. It's on 7th Street and
I'ma
2nd
go there.
Avenue. Okay, I think it burned down.
Pause.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't me. But we went there one time and it was an empty restaurant. I asked for this specific table and they said no, and they tried to put me another table. And I said, nobody's here. Can we just go in this table? And they said no. And then forever, mortal enemies. That's the only restaurant my dad remembers. You know, my dad's memory is gone. He remembers one restaurant. I refuse to go to that restaurant. I was like, I can't go. I just can't go.
That was your Michael Jordan restaurant.
Son, loathed them. Eventually, I got over it, but I couldn't do this again for her because she loves this matcha spot. It's right by her.
Did you have a
when'd you get over
confrontation
it?
with the Italian restaurant?
A little bit.
When'd you get over it? Around the time it burnt down?
No. Right before. Yeah, man. So I gotta be better at that. I bet at the confrontations because I don't. What you're saying is very reasonable. I don't know how to be reasonable in confrontation. It's just go time.
Yeah.
You guys have experienced it. I'm not like.
Defending honor is overrated. This is the best part about being Christian,
God.
dude. If some shit happens to my girl, I just go, turn the other cheek, babe. That's how it goes. All right? Read the Bible.
He's so Canadian.
I just don't think it's
The last shall
honor.
come first.
Yeah, exactly. Meek will inherit the earth. So be meek, bitch. What do you want?
I just don't think it's honor. I think like you have to do that when you're ready to fucking tear the house down. If you're not willing to tear the house down, don't even go about it.
That's a crazy statement. There's no gray area at all there.
So like,
I just feel like if you're gonna have a confrontation, you gotta be willing to burn the whole restaurant.
yeah. So
That's
like,
what I
here's an
think.
example, right? Like I remember once this homeless guy was like acting crazy, like I think towards my mom or like in the area of my mom.
Yeah.
And then my mom goes, ah! And starts to like run. And my dad goes, calm down. Right? He just doesn't want to calm down because he knows that guy's not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
But then there was one time this car almost hit me and my brother. And I never seen my dad act out physically ever. And he just starts slamming the hood of the car. Right? Because that's a life or death situation. You blow shit up. The other one, nothing's going to happen. What are you getting all fucking riled up about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't reasonable of him because the car didn't hit you. So why are you going to cause damage to the car that didn't do anything, just scared you? That wasn't reasonable, but he stood up for your honor.
Early life imprinting, bro. Early life imprinting, bro. Early life imprinting, bro. They could have serious damages, a series of PTSD and that kind of shit. It's a real.
Do you think it's
a big
affected
thing.
you still?
Say what?
Has it affected you still?
Yeah, honestly,
What do you think happens?
I just Honestly, I don't feel comfortable talking about it. To be honest with you, I get a little emotional. I get a little choked up when I'm talking about it. Y'all are really gonna make me punch this matcha guy in the face.
You need
and
to,
if something
son.
happens and I get locked up, that's on y'all.
Son.
I just want
You
to say.
already got Al locked up, whatever. Even
I know.
Stevens.
All right.
I'll testify for you.
All right.
Like, hey, yo,
Good.
this white nigga over here, he good.
All right, guys, let's stop for a second. Everybody's hair is looking crazy right now. Let's be honest.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. You know what? We're blessed enough to have hair.
Huge blessing.
Huge blessing, because the number one thing that describes how well a guy ages or defines how well a guy ages in life is having a full head of hair.
Yep.
There are guys that do not look young. They have a full head of hair. They're all of a sudden looking amazing for their age.
Yep.
Guy 22 years old, fully bald. You're like, yo, that motherfucker's aging.
Tragic.
Tragic. Bad.
Fully tragic.
Bad.
Yeah.
Right? So you have the option to not go bald now. Okay? You have this as an option. It is available to you as a human being. This is the future. You are fucking living in it right now.
It's a medical marvel.
Medical marvel. It's a miracle.
Seriously, it's a miracle.
It's a miracle. Absolutely. It's a miracle. Honestly, if Jesus didn't have amazing hair, he probably wouldn't be walking on water.
He'd be Judas.
Okay. Wait, what is that?
Judas, the guy that betrayed Jesus.
But what about the hair?
If he was bald, he'd be Judas.
Oh, was Judas bald?
I don't know. Probably.
See what happens? Okay. Do you know what I mean? You really threw me off with that one.
My bad, yo. My bad.
Point is, you can keep your hair. This is how you got to do it. You go to keeps.com, okay? Use this medication. I've been using this for 10 years of my life. Keeps.com. What they're going to do is they're going to give you your first month free. You can get a hair restoration and a keeping your hair product for low as $10 a month. Simple as that. $10 a month to keep your hair. You spend way more money on that for things that do not get you even close to the amount of pussy that a full head of hair would. Just be serious here. $10 a month? One drink is $15. $10 a month. You don't have to buy girls drinks when you got a full, beautiful head of hair. Simple as that. It's going to save you money. That $10 is actually going to save you money. Keeps.com, okay, /flagrant. You can get your first month free. That's what we're going to do for you. And then you can get a program $10 a month. I mean, come on.
Try it for a month. It's going to work. And then you're paying $10. That's less than a Netflix subscription.
That's right. Okay. Way more valuable than Netflix. This is what's going to get you the Netflix and chill. That full head of hair.
Yeah.
Okay?
Without it, you just chilling.
Exactly.
Watching
By yourself.
Netflix.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is you're going to have to give it a few more months than just that first month. Oh, so don't jump the gun with it. It's going to take a few months to get in.
You.
That being said, let those effects settle in and get that full head of hair back. Now let's get back to the show. Keeps.com, KEEPS.com /flagrant. All right. Anyway, all right. What else is going on?
Elon Musk opening up the country. He, the fucking GOAT. Mike Tyson about to box again. Tyler Hero's a hero. What else you want to talk about?
Nigga, why you just,
Are you just
read the whole
reading the
list?
topics, bro?
I'm waiting for you to respond
Like we
to
haven't
something.
done the podcast for 3 fucking years. Just pick one.
I'm waiting for you to
and then
say
we
something.
go on it, bro. I can read too, motherfucker. I can
Respond to something.
Son,
Grab on.
you just-
Takashi.
Tekashi. Oh, it's the greatest of all time.
Oh,
There you
man.
go.
It's the greatest of all time.
That was
And
the-
if you
that
hate on
was the one I was
Tekashi,
hoping you didn't read.
if you hate on Tekashi, you're crazy. Somebody make
crazy.
the argument. Somebody make the argument against Tekashi. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Make an argument against Tekashi.
I don't think he's going to last as long as you do, but he's
No. I'm not talking about how long he lasts, but they fuck your baby mama, right? They kidnap you, they beat you up, they try to kill you, or they say they're going to kill you, and they fuck with your mom, and you're supposed to be loyal to them?
No,
That's not the full story.
What's the full story?
No, I'm saying we don't know the full story. There's no way that he was rolling with these guys and all of a sudden they just turned on him like that.
I mean, he got
Like-
rich and they didn't, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You're supposed to take care of your people. If your people are rolling with you, you're supposed to take care of
you think
you.
he didn't take care of them and that's why they
Yeah. There's
I
no
think-
reason to steal from your dude if you're being taken care of.
I disagree. I think
You
that
want that
when you
bowl to keep
hire,
rolling.
I think when you hire thieves, they do thieving shit. Like these motherfuckers steal for. If you're part of a gang, right, that is selling drugs and like involved in illegal activity, you don't know how to turn that off. It's not like, or very few people know how to turn that off. So it's like, it's not like all of a sudden when you're making money, oh, we're gonna go legit. I'm gonna accept my 5% that Tekashi gives me, or I'm gonna do that. Nah, they're like, hold up. I could get a lick over here. Okay, we got $1 million coming in. Okay, I could actually scrape a few little bit off of this. Like, I could do this show for 80 grand. Okay, if I cut this deal on the side, I'll give him the 60 and I'll keep 20. I think they're trying to get money from them
So
all over the place.
That I can understand, like just trying to skim shit off the top, which is still fucked up. But I'm talking about the kidnapping moms and shit like that. That is, hey, I'm getting you back for some shit.
Okay, so let's back up. I think they broke the trust first by trying to steal. And I think that came out a while back. Remember when like he was supposed to do some show and then he canceled a bunch of dates? He's like, because motherfuckers were stealing from me.
Oh yeah, because I believe he was told he was only gonna make like 14,000 or a show, but really he was making like 22 or some shit like that. So they would just
Even more.
They
something like
told
that.
him a different number than what
And
he was
that's his
actually
people,
getting paid. And
not
that's
his,
people,
like, not his
So then
white
he just
agent.
cut them all off like cold turkey.
As you should.
Yeah, but
So-
then if you gonna stop my money, now they're gonna.
But that's not his fault. If that's how it happened, what I was thinking maybe could have happened is like, he's throwing all his money around and maybe they think he's got it like that, but he doesn't.
Right.
Maybe he's flexing for more than just a grand. Maybe they buy into it and he doesn't have that money.
That
And then
could
they're
be.
looking at him like, why is he not taking care of us?
But the-
You so fucking rich. We're sitting here with nothing or whatever. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
And I don't think
that's
it's
how it
all about
starts.
the money.
But
The
if that
biggest-
is the case, if you're getting 30,000 a show and somebody says, hey, you're getting paid 20 and then they take 10 off the top, fuck you. You're not getting me the shows. I highly doubt his gang member friends are getting him a fucking gig in Del whatever in California.
The money's one element. The other element is that, hey, he wasn't blood initially. He got with this gang and like then he started repping Treyway, and they were his muscle. And so they're the ones taking the risks, like shooting at fucking rappers and beating people up and robbing motherfuckers. But he's making those calls. Like we saw him on the TMZ tape, like saying, yo, go send some shots at it or whatever. So it's like,
Isn't how all of it works?
yeah, but I'm saying if
I'm
you're
guessing,
if
obviously.
you're one of the generals and you're making the orders, it's like, nah, you with the gang too. So now if the whole gang got caught up in the RICO, you got to go down with the gang as well. You can't
Can you explain
snitch.
RICO to people real quick?
What's the RICO?
Oh, that's it's I don't know what it stands for, but it's basically just a law that the federal government came up with to take down gangs.
Giuliani actually found it, and that's how he broke the mafia. It's pretty incredible.
Racketeering, influenced, and corruption organizations.
Yeah. So it's like if we can prove we
kind of
don't have to catch you
unconstitutional.
making like actually doing the crime, but if we can prove you roll with the gang that did that crime, you all go down.
So this is the thing. How the mafia was really brilliant in the way they insulated the top dogs. So there was no way to really get to the top dogs. So they had to create some law where they could punish someone who was associated for it. And I think there's RICO, and then there's another one called like a conspiracy to commit crime or whatever like that. So it's like if there's a phone call about the crime that's going to be committed, even if you don't commit it, you're tied into it.
Yeah.
So these were laws basically made to break the Dons because the Dons were completely insulated from any bad shit was happening. And then they start to use them on like, the drug gangs and that kind of shit like that. And it's worked. I mean, they got the whole fucking Bobby Shmurda, right? Like all of them, they got on RICO, right? So I guess with the 6ix9ine shit, it's tricky because you don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? My assumption is probably a little bit of both, right? It's like a little bit of envy, like what Akaash was saying, right? And maybe they weren't being paid as much as they thought they should be. And to be honest, they're not managers,
Yeah.
right? Like
They're muscle.
they're muscle, but also they're the validating component in your career. If you're going to be thug guy,
Yeah.
you need this gang to be thug guy, not only to protect you, but to prove that you are blood when you say you're blood. So they have every right, in my opinion, to have a negotiation with Tekashi and be like, listen, Tekashi, you're like a short, fat Mexican kid without us. What value do we bring to you? And if he says 5%, then they could be like, nah. If he says 10%, they could be like, nah. It could be 50-50. You don't know. They have to decide what that's worth. Tekashi is clearly the criminal mastermind or just genius, not even criminal. Like he found a way to make a career for himself. It was like fucking brilliant what he did.
Yeah.
So they have to go, okay, maybe I'll take, maybe I'll take 1% of career earnings of this guy who might make $100 million in his career. That's pretty nice. They have to have the foresight to look at that. And I think what happens is when you're a guy who for a living gets money quick, when you're a guy who's like, fuck, I need to pay rent, I'm gonna go rob a motherfucker. When you just think about money now, it's hard to think about money in the future. And I think they made a fucked up situation. I think they stole, or I think they did some like little foul shit with his baby mama. I think he cut him off. And then from there on, then the other stuff happens. But I think they started it. Tekashi has no incentive to start it. Think about it. He knows he needs muscle. He knows he needs protection. Why would he fuck those guys over?
I mean, let's say if those guys think, hey, I'm supposed to be getting a percentage of the earnings, but Tekashi hasn't really adjusted my payment, but all of a sudden we see him copping houses, whips, like the money's rolling in, but for some reason it's not rolling in for them. You can grow resentment. And especially, this is not really my dude. It's not my friend. It's just somebody who attached himself to me.
This is
to
a
blow
business
up.
relationship.
Yeah. So it's like, nah, like I can just see resentment growing.
You also
I
can't
can see wrongs on both sides, but at the end of the day, if you're doing criminal activity together, you go down together because you're doing it together.
If the way you're
real quick to that though, is that's the tricky thing about if you're doing criminal activity together, you go down together, and why that doesn't work. And Tekashi spoke about this in his live, is that he's like, what assurances do I have if I didn't rat that they wouldn't kill me in jail? They were trying to kill me outside of jail. You don't think they're going to send someone at me in prison to kill me? Of course they are. So what incentive do I have to not rat?
So with Bobby Shmurda, for example,
That makes sense though, right?
Bobby Shmurda could have took a deal to rat on his dudes, not do any jail time, and they would have got a lot more time.
But the difference is those
There's
are
a
his
difference.
dudes, And the way you're saying it, it's a business agreement. But I would also say to this, if you're going to get in business with thug motherfuckers, know that if things go awry, they're going to handle things the way they know how.
That's a fact.
But you knew what you were getting into.
But the difference between the Shmurda and the Tekashi situation is Shmurda and his boys were on the same page. Shmurda's boys weren't trying to kill Shmurda and fuck his girl and do all this foul shit to Shmurda, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I see both sides. I see reasons on both sides. But
how long was Tekashi in jail?
I think a year, I believe. He was supposed to do 2.
He was in jail more than a year, right?
Well, 1 year, I think, waiting for trial. And then it was supposed to be, like, the sentence was 2 years. So he did 1 year waiting for trial. So they count that time.
Right.
And then I think he did like 6 months. He got out early.
And then he got out a little early.
Corona
but
shit.
My feeling is like, if they couldn't prove anything on any of them, he has no reason to snitch.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they had enough because once the feds come, feds usually don't lock people up until they have a case.
Yeah. They got like a 90, what is it, like a
97%
90% conviction rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So they
it's
only
like-
coming through when they know it's going down. It's just, to me, we talk in absolutes about snitching because it has such a great rhyme with it. Snitches get stitches, this, that, the other. And I understand if you're operating outside the law, you don't have to involve the law. I understand that from a culture perspective.
And the law ain't necessarily been fair to you. So
That's true.
Why? Fuck the law. What's the point?
Right.
Fuck you. I
Right.
don't trust you.
But at the same time, I find it very difficult to be loyal and to uphold the code to people who are not loyal to you. I just don't understand that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't in a fuck. Are you kidding me? You come at me, you steal from me, you do any of these types of shit, and I'm gonna be loyal? Fuck that.
To that point, we have a comic friend, Rel Battle. He would always have this bit about how like the snitches get stitches shit, like you should never snitch. It's a little crazy. And then the second he would say that, it would get crazy. And then he'd be like, basically the joke was like, if a guy's molesting somebody, I don't remember the punchline, but that's a snitch situation. That's not like, you're not whatever. You're not keeping the fucking code by not reporting somebody who's molesting kids, whatever. The any black audience would get so uncomfortable the whole time. They would just be like, nah. You could feel the resistance from the room. And that always blew my mind. Like even if a dude is fucking kids, you don't snitch on that guy.
You remember when Cameron, he was asked that same question. He's like, nah, I wouldn't snitch. I just move away.
Yeah, I think you think you'll handle it yourselves in the community or whatever.
Like,
but
I
like,
wouldn't snitch. I'm just going to move.
All right, how about this? Everybody talking to snitches get stitches shit. Question. Everybody with this snitches get snitches shit, whatever snitches get stitches shit, they got no problem posting those 2 white dudes that killed the Ahmaud Arbery.
No, but see, now that's different. There's civilians and there's civilians and then there's people who are actually doing crime. The snitch is only that rule is only for people that are doing criminal stuff together.
I mean,
So
killing
it's like
black people for no reason is criminal.
No, I'm talking about so a
Stitches
civilian,
is
a
for
regular
your circle.
civilian just telling on some molester, that's fine. Or a regular civilian who's not doing crime telling the police on a drug dealer or some shit like that at the end of their block, that's fine too. Because they're not in the streets. They're not part of that code. It's the ones like if you're involved, like Tekashi was doing these crimes with them. So that's why you don't snitch.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It only applies to people who are doing criminal activity. If you're a civilian, you're allowed to snitch all you should.
That's not true because they
I don't
kill
know if that's-
motherfuckers that
Yeah, I don't know
they
if
think
that's
are going to
true.
snitch. They'll
Yeah.
kill witnesses. They'll do.
They'll
do whatever they can to keep themselves alive.
Yeah, but I mean that's different. That's just they want to
I
stay out
hate
of
that
jail.
shit when they're like, "Nah, he's a civilian. Leave him alone." Until you need to rob somebody. You know what I mean? It seems like you be robbing civilians. That's what I'm saying. The code is flimsy. The code is flip floppy.
But
right?
usually, like I remember when I was in the courts, the biggest robbing cases were like a drug dealer robbing another drug dealer, because it's like neither one wants to get police involved.
Right.
Both operate with a lot of cash on hand because
Yeah.
they can't put shit in banks and shit like that. So that's like the best person to rob.
But you got to be honest. That's a big come up too.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take the risk of robbing a drug dealer, it's like you're not going to just get the $100 that's in his wallet. You could get $10,000 worth of coke. Like that's a big.
Like there's no point in robbing a civilian. Like the most you get some credit cards that they're just gonna cancel in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it is a
Or an
weird
iPhone.
thing. It's like
Like-
honestly, I feel like robbing is kind of stupid.
It's gone down.
It must have, right?
you
Now
don't
that
hear-
it's
you
all
don't-
credit cards.
yeah,
you
now
don't
that it's
hear
all
about
paperless,
shit.
what are you getting off this guy? You might get a watch or some shit like that.
But if you came up to me and you're like, and I'm not suggesting this, but you're like, if you said, "Give me your wallet," and then beat me up, or if you just said, "Yo, man, like I don't want to fucking shoot you. Can you just give me the cash you got?" I just give you the cash.
Yeah.
Like, it would
I think
be
they also enjoy the beating you up. I think there's
No. I'm just saying hypothetically. In the past, you would prefer not getting into an altercation.
so you just ask.
I'd rather have it go smooth.
So how would it go hypothetically?
Nah, it would just be like, yo, empty your pockets. Bang. And if they don't empty it, you empty it for them.
now. What if we start to like fight and that kind of shit?
I mean, then you fight. And then you keep record of your fights. Nah, but I'm just saying, it's like people don't really rob civilians that much. And now the laws have changed where now it's a felony if you rob anything over, I believe, $800. So
and
just
now-
by taking a phone.
So
boom,
this
it's a
is really
felony.
interesting. So yeah, it's called grand larceny.
Yeah.
I think everything is it 500 or like 1,000.
I forgot the exact number, but
Yeah,
now
so
they've
and-
made it so low where it's like basically you take anything off somebody, it's almost a felony.
It's not only that it's so low; it's that we're all of a sudden walking around with things that are way more expensive.
Yeah.
Like it'd be rare to walk around with something was $1,000 if you're not a rich dude that's got like a nice watch.
Yeah, back in like the 90s, 80s, whatever.
Exactly. But it's super normal that you got your computer or you got your cell phone or you got these things that happen to be worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So when someone just grabs your backpack, back in the day, someone would grab your North Face backpack or they grab your JanSport or some shit. Now, if you got a laptop in there, you go to fucking prison, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they press charges.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Maybe it's good.
So now, what if you saw someone that killed like Biggie or Tupac, like,
Street code, streets will get them.
but they didn't?
I mean, they did though.
All right, good. We solved it, guys. We did it.
Nah, the guy.
Nah, did they get it?
Yeah, the guy who killed Biggie. He's dead.
Really?
Yeah.
They believe that?
Yeah.
And what
like
about
they're like pretty certain they know who the guy was.
and what about Pac?
I'm pretty sure they think it's either that cop, that undercover cop that was working with what's his face, Suge.
Yeah.
And there was suspect of one other person. I'm not sure, the person he got into a fight with at the casino earlier.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
out of
one I
those
heard it
two
was.
people.
Stomped the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
They beat up the dude.
Yeah.
And what about the dude that killed Nipsey? They found him?
Yeah, he got locked up.
He
got
turned
locked
himself in.
Oh, really?
But what's up with him? Is he still
I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure he's on solitary. Because if he's in general pop, they're going to get to him. So
So he turned himself in to protect himself from the
pretty
streets.
much, yeah. Yeah.
damn, bruh?
Yeah. Streets take care of street
Damn, bro.
justice.
Yo, so a totally separate note. I don't know. Something. let's mix it up.
But on a lighter note, it's pretty dope that like how Tekashi his way of branding. That's what I'm most impressed by.
He's a fucking genius.
His
Yeah.
way of branding is fucking incredible.
You have
He
to
really
admit
is.
he's a genius.
come home, breaks every single fucking record. 2 mil on Instagram Live. I didn't even know they
Oh,
can
yeah.
support 2 million people.
Son,
on
that shit
Instagram
was
Live.
mad funny where everybody's bragging about the little 300,000.
Yeah.
They're like, there was 300,000 watching Teddy Riley and Babyface. Cute. This motherfucker, you cannot deny him. And if you deny him, you're a hater.
Yeah.
You're a hater, bro. Like
I still think Instagram fixed something with their live because now live works way better. And like people, the Erykah Badu and Jill
got
Scott
700,000.
Yeah. And
But still 2 million, bro.
Yeah,
and
it's
crazy.
fucking bodied it and like
Crazy.
knew exactly what was going to happen. Like,
and he broke the record most views of a music video in a day. It was
Bro,
47 million.
You
it's
had to
already
see.
at 100 million.
You have to see what videos he's shooting in his backyard. Like I have to know.
Another funny thing is that so apparently he's living in Long Island, and so every time he moves into a place, like he's so recognizable with all the colored hair and the
Yeah.
cars and stuff like that. So some little kid films him. It's like,
Some
oh
white
shit,
chick,
Tekashi
bro,
lives across.
was on her porch filming him
Son,
while he was filming himself on his porch.
he's
and she
had
was
to
like,
move.
"Tekashi's in my
He's
neighborhood."
had to move twice already.
Nah.
Yeah.
See, they're going to
Another.
regret letting him go, bro. They're going to regret it, dude. And eventually he's just going to have to go, hey, this is life. I got to deal with it.
Nah, just go to Europe.
No,
Yeah,
but
he could.
I think because of the jurisdiction, he has to stay in New York.
Oh, that's another thing. He is a felony, right?
Yeah.
So he can't travel.
At all.
Can't go to Canada. Maybe some European countries will allow it.
Because
but
he's on house arrest for the duration of his sentence.
How much?
Like they let him out
How much longer is
early.
the duration? You said he would have got 2 years and he got one for snitching. Or you
No.
only got
So
one
he
for
was
snitching?
he had 1 year waiting for trial, and then I think he was in prison for about 6 to 8 months, something like that.
Do we know what he would have got if he didn't snitch? What he was looking at?
He's probably the same amount of time the other dudes got, or maybe a little bit less because they wouldn't have been able to pin one thing on him. So if
But
years,
they got
though.
locked up,
Yeah, they
right?
got years, like probably like 10, 15, something like that.
Now, do you think people are really trying to kill him?
Yes,
Yeah, I would.
absolutely.
Like he couldn't walk
I would
down the street.
assume.
Like, I mean, there's still people part of that gang that aren't locked up.
That's a good point.
Whatever, bro. This shit is so weird. I don't even think you need house arrest, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if George Zimmerman's still walking around, does anybody really need to go to what's it called? To like, what is it called?
Yeah, talk about a guy who
Protective
could use some
custody?
street justice.
Yeah, I think he has security though. He walks around with security
Well, how does he afford the security?
because there's so many people donating to him. All the
Still?
fucking races. Yeah. Remember he made a painting that sold for like $100,000?
Nah.
Guy doesn't even fucking paint.
Really?
Yeah, but it was just ways for races to support that and like, hey, keep you afloat. We stand by you.
Anyway, all right, let's switch this shit up.
This gang shit doesn't make sense to you?
Nah, it does. I'm just like, I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know. Okay. There was an amazing fight card. Did you guys see this?
I did
didn't
not
see
see it.
UFC 249. It was one of the best fight cards I've ever seen. By fight card, I mean like all the fights that were on it.
Yeah.
It was one of the best fight cards I've ever seen. I'm like a longtime boxing fan.
Yeah.
MMA is the sport of the future. It is undeniably more entertaining. It is undeniably more digestible for the average fan.
How so?
It's easier.
5-minute rounds, so it's 25
Yeah.
minutes.
You know what it is? And a boxing match is only 30.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit longer, 30,
Yeah, 36,
36 minutes or whatever like that. It's not, but the thing with boxing is you kind of need this is not like an intelligence thing. Like you don't need a higher IQ, but it's the same thing with baseball. Like people who watch baseball
Understand the game.
understand the game. They understand like the pitching strategy. They understand all these other little nuances of baseball so they can really appreciate it. The average fan that just comes in to watch baseball, they're like, I don't get it, bro. These guys are striking out all the time. They're just eating. Are they eating? Like what's happening?
He gets
in the
on
game?
base 3 out of 10 times, and I'm supposed to be impressed.
Yeah, like
Wow.
this is not good, right? Same thing with soccer. Like a lot of people watch soccer and they're like, where's the action, bro? Like what's going on, right? We grew up watching boxing, so I think we're grandfathered into it. But the future generations, like you can not know anything about MMA and fall in fucking love with the absolute carnage that exists within it. Now, it's possible that it gets more boring like boxing as the athletes get better at the sport. You know, when you reach the top of anything, it's very hard for it to be exciting because everything you do, I know how to counter. And everything I do, you know how to counter. So there's this version of a stalemate. But right now, MMA's in a pretty rough space still where like there are random guys that aren't that technical. They're just massively talented. Like this guy, Francis Ngannou. He's this guy from Cameroon, I believe. He is massive, 6'4", 260 pounds, solid fucking rock. And he went up against this other guy named Jairzinho Rosenstrike or something like that. The guy calls him out. Jairzinho Rosenstrike calls him out, says, I want to fight this guy. And he's like, I can't believe anybody would call me out. 20 seconds, knocks him out in 20 seconds. He just goes straight at him.
Yeah.
He just runs straight at him, throws this big looping right hand. Jairzinho catches him with a hook. It doesn't even phase him. Knocks him his head, completely unconscious, punches him a couple more times, fights over, go home. I mean, unbelievable. There was another fight where these two guys were just tagging off in each other's faces. Both of them look like clowns afterwards. I mean, eyes puffy, completely swollen, dripping blood all over the place. The main card, Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is destroyed by the end of this fight.
Yeah.
Like his face looks like a Saw mask. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That's what he looked like. It was unbelievable. I mean, and he has so much heart. He's just going in there. He's getting cracked by the guy Gaethje the entire time. Impossible to not like this. It's impossible to not like the sport.
Right.
I mean, it was just like I'm seeing what fight sports will be in the future, and there's no way it can't be this. And you know what makes it so great? The tyranny of it. Democracy, in a lot of ways, killed boxing.
How so? Too many belts, too many.
So, because there is merit in who fights who in boxing, right? We've had to create more belts. When there was just one belt per division, you know what can happen? A really boring guy gets the belt. And that guy maintains the belt forever. And it's boring because his style sucks.
Yeah.
Right? The beauty of MMA is two people you don't even know can fight each other, and it can be the most exciting fight in the world because it's the closest thing to a street fight or a bar fight. And we'll watch those all day. Right? So what they do, the UFC is one organization. So they control all the matchmaking, etc. They decide who fights who. They say you're the second-ranked contender, but if they don't want you to fight them, you don't fight them. You can't sue.
Yeah.
In boxing, you have these multiple organizations, and you're fighting for belts in each one, and the organizations are competing against each other and switching rankings and that kind of stuff. You kind of got to like pay a guy off if you want to fight someone else instead. There's a little bit more merit in it. The fact that there's one guy in MMA or in the UFC specifically going, you're fighting this guy, can create these amazing fights because that one guy can go, those styles aren't going to match up. Don't let them fight. It'll be boring. And then you create a figure like Cowboy Cerrone. Have you heard of Cowboy Cerrone?
I know of him.
Cowboy Cerrone in boxing would be like a journeyman boxer who like never really amounted to much, but would fight a couple fights and then he'd be out of there. He became a superstar in MMA because they matched him perfectly with guys around his talent level. And then every once in a while when he jumps up to like the elite, he gets his ass kicked.
This is the one McGregor beat the shit out of, right?
Yes.
And like loved him. Like was actually gracious and nice and yeah.
But that's what happens. That guy's such a great character and makes amazing fights no matter who he's with. So what you do is you make him fight guys that are around his level that he can beat.
Yeah.
And then you take this character and you make him this like almost folk hero within MMA, but you never really expose him to the craziest shit.
Right.
And then you do when he can make a lot of money. Yeah. Hey, you've done a lot of good work for the business. You're going to fight McGregor. You're going to make your big paycheck. And you could do this with a bunch of little fighters.
Right.
And have them have these really exciting fights and build them up. Unlike boxing where it's like, okay, you kind of got to fight this guy because he's your mandatory challenger and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant, man.
Do you think it was like so good because you haven't seen live sports in a long time?
I think there's part of it. I think it's definitely part of it. I think I was craving something that was just happening in the moment. I'll be honest, I didn't bother me at all that nobody was in there. I really liked it. Like, did you listen to it? You watch a fight?
It didn't really affect it that much. It was a little weird at the beginning, but by the end, I didn't even notice.
Dude, I think it improved it. Because sometimes the audience woos and oohs and ahs at punches that don't really connect. And it throws you off, and it maybe can throw the judges off. But when there's just a few guys in there, like literally, the fighters could hear their coaches coaching them.
Oh, shit.
And you could hear the fighters talking to their coaches.
Yeah.
Right? You could hear Rogan and Cormier and the other guy talking during the fight. Yeah. At one point, they all go, oh, shit, I think the fighters can hear us. We should lower our voices.
That's crazy.
Because they're being critical of a guy who's actually in the ring getting his fucking face punched in.
Yeah.
See, it's funny. It's like I usually like the excitement of the crowd because then usually Rogan has to like yell over them and it adds to that excitement. It's like he's yelling and he just has that energy. It's just like, oh, shit, he's hype. I'm hype too.
It's
like, I guess I thought it would take away a little bit from it.
You think, but when you get in there, it's really kind of nice and like you get kind of locked in and quiet. Like, I don't know, like I'm sure when you've had fights, whenever you have a fight, you can't hear anything.
Oh, yeah.
Any fight I've ever had, like even when I would spar, sound didn't exist.
Yeah. It's so weird.
And that's kind of what happens in the fight. Nobody's there. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to go to fights. I can't wait till people get back. But it didn't take away from the experience that bad.
And being able to hear the corners was really interesting.
It was cool.
Yeah. It really had something.
Tony Ferguson, his corner, had some of the worst advice I've ever heard in my entire life in a corner. Like, at one point, the guy goes, breathe, Tony.
Actually, no, that's not bad advice. That's not bad advice, son. Because you box as well. There's times where it's like you're just throwing, and then you gas yourself out, not realizing. But it's like if you were breathing that whole time, you can keep going.
At this level, you breathe when you punch and you breathe when you kick. This is the elite of the elite, right? It's like you don't have. You tell that to somebody at their first day of boxing class, where you go, "Don't hold your breath when you throw your punches. Actually, exhale." Matter of fact, if anybody's listening right now and you hear a lot of times when people punch, you hear them go, "Huh." That's just a like Pavlovian response to throwing a punch to remind yourself to breathe. But I love Eddie Bravo. I think this guy's a great character. But it seemed like Tony was not paying attention to his corner at all. Like it really seemed like Eddie at one point was like, you might want to try one of these rolls. It's called like a something Umanari roll. Yeah, it's basically Umanari role, and he like subtly suggested it. I got a feeling you can't tell Tony Ferguson what to do. I got a feeling like his camp is just a little similar to like Ali's camp, where it's like you don't tell Ali what to do. Ali comes with the idea, and then you help him execute it.
Ali's Ali though.
100%. You know what I mean? And Tony Ferguson hadn't lost since 2012. Like he was an elite fighter. He just went up against this guy Justin Gaethje, who I knew he was going to lose to. I was texting Brendan Schaub about it.
His styles don't match?
Every time I saw Tony Ferguson fight, he had no defense for hands. Unbelievable athlete, unbelievable stamina, unbelievable courage and fucking heart, and very hard puncher. He could punch hard, but he had no head movement, no defense for hands, so he would get caught all the time. This guy, Justin Gaethje, throws bombs.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. He is a dangerous fucking guy to be in the ring with. And if you have no defense, he's going to tag you up.
Right.
He is the perfect guy to beat Tony Ferguson. And you know what sucks? Tony Ferguson, I think, had the best chance of beating Khabib. And now he's never going to get to fight him. Stylistically.
Yeah.
Because Khabib will take you to the ground, and Tony Ferguson has amazing jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So I wanted Khabib to take Tony to the ground, and then maybe Tony be able to pull some cool shit, throw some elbows, cut him up. Now Justin Gaethje's going to fight Khabib.
Not even a fight.
What's that?
It won't even be a fight.
And it won't be a fight.
You're an MMA fan?
Yeah, kind of, tangentially.
Okay.
But it's just like, Khabib is so amazing. He's going to take Gaethje to the ground. Granted, Gaethje is, has a wrestling background. He was successful. He was an NCAA All-American wrestler for like North Colorado or something like that. But Khabib is a generational talent with wrestling. He's going to take him to the fucking ground. He's going to hold him there. It's going to be a boring fight. You know who would be a fireworks of a fight? Conor versus Gaethje. And I hope they make that fight.
Weren't they talking shit to each other?
Oh, Conor was going in on Twitter.
And Gaethje was firing back, right?
I don't know if Gaethje's responded yet. But
I think go down. I think I might have that.
You just had the what's it called? Conor tweets.
Okay.
Yeah. And but that would be a fucking barn burner.
Just two guys just boxing going at it.
Yeah. I mean, this would be the boxing kick, but this is what you want from MMA. It's just striking. Kicking, punching, and I think Conor gets the best of him.
Really?
I think so. I mean, this Gaethje guy is good, but he does get tagged. He can get tagged because he likes to engage, and Conor has a lot of power in that fucking left hand.
Conor can box.
If there's one thing we learned from the Mayweather fight, elite head movement.
Yeah.
Elite timing.
All the time.
Say again?
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
In the moment even.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, he impressed me with that. So if you're going up against a guy who's just going to bob and move, with you and try to exchange with you, I think Conor can get it.
Yeah.
When you're going up against a guy who's willing to take your shots and then take you to the ground and exhaust you, Conor's got no gas tank.
Right.
He got 2 rounds in him tops.
Right.
5 rounds, forget it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited that we got some more fights.
I thought Gaethje said some shit like, "You've lost to everybody. Get the fuck out of here." Like, I thought, if you can look into it, Mark, I think Gaethje.
You responded?
I thought so.
Good.
There was another story I read that I should have copy pasted instead, but yeah, I thought this was the most up to date one. The ESPN one.
Dude, Gaethje's a fun character, man. Like, he's a really sweet guy.
Really?
Dude, he's like, man, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing social work. Like, that's what I got my degree in. Yeah, I'd be helping at-risk youth. Like, I just want to help kids. Like, I just love doing that. I'm like, he goes, I am violent in here. You will never see that, even a shred of this outside the ring. Like, I think that's our purpose. Come here and just help people. And this is the best adrenaline rush in the fucking world. I love it.
That's
who
great.
knows? He could beat the shit out of his wife next week. We have no fucking clue. But until then, like, he seems like a sweetheart of a guy.
It's a nice like thing to like. Theoretically, it's nice to have this guy who's this badass in the ring, and then out of the ring, he's the nicest guy in the world. It's just like,
it's a pet tiger.
Cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When you have one of those pet tigers licking your face and shit, but at any point in time, it could be over.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the GOAT?
Who? Tyler Harrow's girl?
Okay,
so
Henry.
Okay, I don't understand what's going on here. So Akaash brings up that Tyler Harrow, who is a basketball player for the Miami Heat, what is he, like a 2 or 3 guard?
Probably a small forward.
Okay. Tyler just got some cornrows.
Tyler showed up. I mean, this is the white kid. Like, if you look at his college pictures, high school picture, this is just a white kid.
Yeah.
But he gets drafted by Miami.
Yeah.
And there's even a video. I don't remember what Tyler Hero says, but Jimmy Butler's like, I know you hang out with black folks or some shit like that. This is like before the year started.
He plays basketball for a living.
But like you're down, whatever. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
But then now all of a sudden you see Tyler Hero. He's got cornrows, I guess. I don't know. What is that hair?
Cornrows.
Yeah, cornrows.
cornrows, and
Acting like you don't know what cornrows.
but it's not. It's like beyond. It's different. It's not just regular ass Kawhi Leonard braids. It's like some ill shit.
You got a style on it. Yeah.
He
But
got
they
some
are
ill
cornrows.
shit. Yeah, but I didn't know if it was a different thing. I didn't know about. 'Cause I'm
Man,
36.
keep going, bro.
And he's got Katya Elise Henry, who is IG bad bitch, 2 million followers.
You like this girl. You think this
I
girl's
think
fine.
this girl is beautiful. Everybody
She's the
loves
most
her.
beautiful girl you've ever seen.
7.5 million followers first. Keep it correct.
But
7.5 million followers is that's
you
a
were
win.
saying before the podcast, you would do anything to be with this girl. Right? Like so tell me what did you mean by that? You would do anything to be with her.
Well, you talking about my girl or this girl? See, I did that.
He's slick with
See, I did that.
He's slick
See, I
with
did
it. So you like this? You think this is a joint to you?
Yeah, she's a joint. She got 7.5 million followers.
I think this is
Andrew
regular.
pulls up the
He's
worst
so-
picture of her, and he's like, "She's not cute."
I think this is I think she's regular. I think you
Shut
find these
the
dime a dozen.
Fuck up. This
Dime
is like
a
when
dozen,
I was
bro.
saying that white girl wasn't giving good head, and I was it's just
This is dime a dozen, bro. You
Alright,
this
whatever.
girl's a waitress at that slushy
Right.
spot in Miami that we went to.
I've known about her for years.
But I don't think that this is. She's a cute girl. She's cute, and she's got a little bit of a butt, but the butt's not crazy.
all right, love it.
That butt's not crazy. Y'all never had ass. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all never had no ass. If you think that's a crazy ass, go back. That's not that crazy of an ass, bro.
Son.
Yeah,
Y'all
it's
never had
crazy.
no
It's
ass,
crazy.
dog. It's not that
was
crazy.
crazy. She's
Y'all never
bad.
had ass. Y'all never had some trunk.
Oof. God.
It's crazy.
I gotta take this
She's
off.
bad, and 7.5 million followers off of being bad. If you pull that, that's the trophy. He got the trophy, bitch.
I mean, does he, bro? Let's see the feet.
That I don't
She
know
does
about.
a good job hiding them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If you don't see feet, if she wearing
Yeah.
socks in the
And
pictures,
it won't-
might be
it
a
won't
problem, bro. Might
She
be a
hides- she hides
problem,
them.
bro.
You never know. She might have bad feet, but you know what?
Oh, that
I'll
first
take it.
picture right there, kind of crazy.
Oh yeah,
The
Is it?
story, not the story.
The story. Oh yeah.
That's her thumb.
Yo, I don't know, dog. There's so many of these girls, man. I'll be honest with you, man. You need a girl with a cool personality, man. Like, you know what I mean? Got cool hobbies and shit. You know what I mean? Does she
Has
drink
passion.
matcha? Does she drink matcha? At the end of the day,
Does she have passions?
Bro, you'd have to beat up a lot of dudes with her, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. She might drink matcha.
nah, that's coffee, dog. But she had avocado toast.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's super white.
That's why I think she might drink matcha also.
Yo,
She might not have been in a matcha mood.
Yo,
But-
that's true though.
Yo, the next food that black people are gonna take is avocado toast.
You think?
Yeah, we're gonna take that.
Why you think?
It's like it's just becoming so popular. The same way how we took over hummus.
Yeah.
We're taking avocado toast next.
You gonna take avocado
It's
toast?
so
next?
funny you
That's
took
the
over hummus. We didn't even know until Kev was on the podcast. Black people like hummus.
No, I love hummus. I've loved hummus before Kev said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think avocado toast is your next shit?
It's the next shit.
Okay. Okay. And why? What is your?
Nothing. It's healthy. It's nutritious.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Son,
we
white
just
people
got-
be onto some food sometimes.
Yeah,
we ain't giving them
sometime.
credit, but pumpkin is fantastic. We
Yeah.
act like it's not. Every November you getting some pumpkin.
Can we be honest? If we're being honest,
White people are the best at food.
I think so. I really think so. If we're being honest, who is the best at food?
Stop
If we're being honest with ourselves, if
it.
we're truly being honest,
How do you mean that? Do you mean like who has like the best restaurant is a white guy, or like cuisine? White cuisine is the best.
I think white people are the best. Okay, who can jump the highest?
White people?
No.
All
Who
right,
can
I
jump the
thought we were
highest?
doing the thing here. I thought we were
Yeah,
still
no,
doing
no,
the
no,
bit.
no, no, no.
No,
Who
black
can
people.
jump the highest?
Black people.
Black people, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, I think what black people have in their jumping ability,
White.
white people have in their tongue.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
No, no, I believe is they can taste incredibly specific things because their food has so little flavor.
Exactly.
They have to identify all of it.
But keep going, though. Keep going on this.
That's
you
where I
you
stop.
guys need all this flavor because y'all don't got the sensitive tongue. You were like, oh, your chicken's so bland. It's like, nah, you don't know the little. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that little flavor out here. Like,
Nah,
you don't know that little tiny bit of flavor. Like, it's that simple.
White people know differences between water. Like, think about that.
Think about that. Oh, I don't like Evian. Why not? Oh, it's different. It has flavor within water. I listen. It's hard for me to explain this to non-whites,
Yo,
but like
shut the
I'm gonna try, bro.
fuck
Listen,
up,
white.
get
Let me
outta
tell
here.
y'all. Listen, when we
Oh,
go,
my
oh
God.
my God, that's too hot. That's too whatever. We have the most sensitive tongue like that.
But that's why your cuisine is whack, because you can't. Your tongue is too sensitive.
Nah, but what
So
happens?
you have to make it for this sensitive ass.
But
tongue.
what happens when we make cuisine for everybody else? When we figure out what it is you like, right?
Yeah.
Listen, we use cuisine. That's how white people control the world. They use cuisine, right? Black people are all angry because they shot the black guy on the street. What do we do a week later? Popeye's chicken sandwich. Let's go. They dropped that chicken sandwich.
Son, you about to ruin the chicken sandwich for Al.
Son, they dropped that chicken sandwich
What are
on
you
y'all,
talking
bro.
about? No.
That's what white people
Hey,
wait for, dog.
hey, you know
they
what?
dropped that chicken sandwich.
Well,
we get another
where's the chicken sandwich right now for Aubrey?
Go on right now and see people fighting outside of Popeyes. You can see it all over Twitter.
Oh, there's nobody fighting outside.
You don't think they're fighting out of Popeye? Hold on. hold on.
So
Yo,
stupid.
bet
So
Popeye
tired.
starts doing delivery tomorrow, though.
Hold on. They're not that crazy.
We on Uber Eats
Hold on.
now.
Okay, they're not fighting outside of Popeyes? Hold on.
Are you sure they're fighting? I feel like that's just how they order, bro. I like,
Oh, this is just a roast. He just roasted everybody in the car.
I'm
That's
gonna be honest,
amazing.
this just sounds like Popeyes.
Exactly. That's Popeyes, bro.
But ain't nothing changed. They ain't
Yeah,
dropping
that's
no new
not.
shit.
That's not a fight. That's just a normal, normal day of Popeye.
yeah.
Son.
It sounds like someone disrespected that girl's girl, and so they had to go in.
So they went in and they put the new chicken sandwich out, bro.
That wasn't even a Popeyes.
Look, Google right now. They got the chicken sandwich back.
Then they been had it back.
Yeah, they
Nah, they
Yes, they been had it back. What are you talking about?
They redid it back.
They redid it back?
They redid it back.
Oh, okay.
It went
redid
away.
back.
It went away and they redid it back.
All right.
Bro, for real. I'm just saying, dog.
Nah, y'all trash.
You don't think
Y'all-
white people? All right, who's the black guy Fieri?
Son, Cisco.
I couldn't think of anything. That was great. That was great. Holy fuck.
And that's Thug Song right there. Ain't nothing Guy Fieri made that comes close to Thug Song.
Son, I'm just saying, you got to put some respect on white people's tongues, bro. White people cuisine, bro.
Your tongue is incredibly sensitive. That's why your food is garbage.
Yes.
No.
Because
That's
your tongue,
exactly
I took
it.
your point, shit on it. That's what
Son.
I did. You had a point, I took a shit on it.
Son.
You have a sensitive tongue.
I do have a
You have a
sensitive
sensitive
tongue. I
tongue.
do.
And that's why
Talk that
white
talk.
cuisine, mad bland.
Talk that
Because it's
talk.
like, oh, we can only put so much in pepper.
What'd you have for dinner last night, bro? Keep it
What
100.
did I have?
What,
I don't
what
even-
did I have? You ain't
I
have
s-
no fucking curry for dinner, did you? What'd you have?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, you don't remember, do you?
It was so bland.
Maybe Chipotle?
probably.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
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 That's white people doing Mexican food. Stupid. Fucking dummy.
That is not white people.
It is white people doing Mexican
not.
food. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
Who's the white cook at Chipotle? Honestly, everybody's food is Mexican. I don't give a fuck what kind of cuisine it is. That shit is Mexican.
That is.
So
Who's
the person,
cooking it?
the person who makes the food, that's whose cuisine it is?
I mean, it seems that
I'm
way.
just saying, if the person who makes the food, that's whose cuisine
what is
it is.
what is Chipotle? What's it say? Chipotle American Grill?
McDonald's? Owned by McDonald's?
Owned by McDonald's.
They sold it to
It's
McDonald's.
Mexican grill though.
Chipotle Mexican
Who
Grill.
they sell it to? Who they sell it to? Who do you think bought it?
You
El
got the
Chapo?
most money. Ain't nobody
Say what?
arguing with that.
Yeah.
If I want to sell some shit, I'm going to sell it to white people.
Damn
What do you think? I'm
right.
going to sell it to some cheap ass brown people? Undervalue my shit?
Damn
Fuck no.
right.
I want to get a good deal.
Damn right.
Yeah,
I
there
want
you
to
go.
make money.
You know what I'm saying?
That's something y'all could claim, but don't claim food. Y'all don't got it.
You have to be honest. If you look at top tier chefs, probably gonna have the most white.
But only because white people like that food.
That's what
White
matters.
people design.
That's what matters. Like, you don't care what white people say about Indian food, do y'all?
No.
Exactly. So why do
No.
we care what y'all say about
stay
white food?
recommending Indian restaurants to me, and I might chill, fam.
Nah,
Like, don't even disrespect me
I
like that.
recommended that one that was good.
Which one?
What was it? The fucking no, it's like a famous London Brick Lane. It's called Brick Lane.
Brick Lane is all right. I'm
I
gonna be
thought
honest with you.
it-
It's
no, but
all
that's
right.
a famous
I'm gonna
London
be
one,
honest with you,
right?
Yeah, but I didn't listen to you until Indians took me there. I was like, whatever.
I was right though.
You were right though.
I was right,
You were
right?
though.
And you know why it's good? Because it's in London. You know what I'm saying?
fuck,
It's in
there's a
London,
lot of
bro.
Indians out there,
It's in
dog.
London,
a
bro.
lot of Indians out there.
You think white people invented all food?
I think white people invented eating. I think y'all were breastfeeding before we came around. We're like, yo, hop off that titty, have a sandwich. Fucking crazy. I really think that's what happened. I really think. I think that's what happened, bro. I think in India, y'all were just sucking milk out of titties, bro, like the cows and shit. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden...
hey, cows are sacred. Maybe
cows are sacred.
Yeah,
and then white people came up and you were like, nah. They were like, nah, try some rice or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, you got some tiki, you got some masala. Like, let's do this. Like, let's make a meal. You know what I mean?
The only tiki white people know about is the torch in Charlottesville. Don't come in with that shit.
You gotta admit, white people did create Indian cuisine. You have to admit that. You have to admit that. You have to admit.
Hop over this fucking desk.
No, you gotta admit. You think you had an oven before whites? White people invented oven.
Get out of my face.
Son, white people invented ovens, bro.
India is an oven.
Yeah, bro.
Just throw the food outside.
Chicken was cooking itself, walking it down the street in August.
Nah, be honest, bro. There was no chickens in India before white people.
We had everything.
You didn't have chickens.
We had everything.
Did you? Do you even think you had cow? I think white people brought cows, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So, Akaash, you can smack the shit out of it right
What's
now. I will.
Hey, bro, keep talking that shit, bro. See what happened in Puerto Rico?
What happened in Puerto Rico?
We took that electricity because y'all didn't appreciate it enough.
We back.
Y'all were not appreciating enough.
Are y'all
We
back?
No. Why we be honest about why you don't have electricity? Why that grid really broke? You blame it on the fucking hurricane. You play the goddamn music too fucking loud. You probably blew the fuse before the fucking hurricane. Then the hurricane comes through a little water. You're like, oh, the electricity broke. The electricity. We don't have the electricity. Turn on the fucking music.
Hey, maybe none of y'all just paid your bills. You know what I mean? Maybe y'all just mad past due.
Real talk. That could be it.
Nah.
We
back.
We gotta call Feeney, son.
Oh, you're right about it.
But no, but let's go. Let's keep making these arguments. Okay, go. Best food. Honestly, you know who has a legitimate claim to the throne? And I'm gonna say this objectively as a white. Mexicans, bro.
Yeah.
I truly believe.
That's fair.
I understand.
I won't give it to them, but that's fair.
I'm just saying.
That's fair.
As a white, and obviously I have the best tongue and I have the best palate.
The most sensitive tongue for sure.
Most sensitive tongue, God-given talent.
For sure.
Right? God from God.
For sure.
I can objectively say Mexicans have probably the best cuisine.
You know, most sensitive is just another way to say weakest, right?
Say again?
Most sensitive is just another way to say weakest, right?
Did you say white people are weak?
Yeah, your tongues are.
I mean, we're weak? Is that what you're saying?
Your tongues are.
Are we
Your tongues
weak?
are.
I mean, it does. Yeah.
If you think that we're weak, right?
Weak in the tongue.
Weak in the tongue.
Yeah.
That's fair. Weak in the tongue, right? How did you guys get freedom from us?
Not eating your shitty ass food.
Not using your tongue.
What? Oh.
Hunger strikes.
Yeah.
Hunger strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you know what that really was about?
Your food sucks.
No, it wasn't our food.
Uh-huh.
You stopped eating your food, and we're like, you know what? They get it. They deserve freedom now.
Listen,
they're no longer savages.
be honest.
We fixed them. That's what they said.
I would love
I was
for
on
white
the email
people to stop loving Indian food.
Say again?
I would love if white people stopped loving Indian food. That make me so happy.
We don't really like it. You bring those fucking big ass tortilla chips to the table. It's just one. They don't even cut them in triangles. That one
that
shit
don't slap.
What is it?
Papad.
Papad. We take that papad, we dip it into them three sauces that taste exactly the same, but they're different colors. You got Skittles and sauces.
What is spicy? What is sweet?
This bitch bring the fucking sauces. They just chop up some onions. They put some food dye in that shit. One of the sauces fucking green for no reason.
Food dye.
That's all it is. You put the fucking food dye in there. It tastes the exact same. You got one big tortilla chip. I gotta snap that. All the fucking crumbs go all over the goddamn table.
Hey, you know what? Them chips are free.
Say again?
You should be happy. Them chips are free. You know how hard it is for Indians to give anything free?
Son, that's why I don't believe it.
Heart, yo.
Say what? Say what?
We give that shit from our heart.
What do you give for your heart?
The papa, that's our heart. We give the free food?
Yeah.
Bro, the free Indian food is the worst. Well, how come when I leave, I have to eat fucking bird seeds in the bowl and shit? What's that like fucking licorice?
Oh, you don't like a mouth freshener after the meal?
That's
but
bird food.
why is that the mouth freshener? Like, you never heard of gum? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all always want to smell bad? What is it about you guys that you're so committed to smelling horrible, son? What is it about that? It's like there's gum right there. You could do chicle. And who made chicle? Mexicans, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm fine with Mexicans.
Mexicans might have the best.
I told you I'm fine with Mexicans. Right? Y'all can give them the
But
goat.
say objectively, they have the best food.
No, I won't say that.
Objectively,
they're up there.
Up there with whites?
Can I tell you white people that got great food objectively?
Who?
Italianos. We all got Italian. We all hey, be careful. This mic's expensive.
So, you're right.
You paid for it.
Okay, but white. Well, listen, Italians, excellent cuisine.
That is great white cuisine. And anybody who says it's not is hated.
Is like, can I say, as an objective observer, honestly, okay, my background is Scottish and German.
White and white. Go ahead.
White and white.
Yeah.
Poor cuisine.
Oh yeah.
Poor cuisine. Yeah. Okay, poor.
Yeah.
Scottish food not good. German food not good.
Bro, they invented hot dogs and hamburgers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Okay, not good. That being said, okay, obviously, there's a bigger thing at play here. You know what I mean? Like white people got to diversify what we're good at. You know what I mean? Italians are going to do the food thing, right? Scots are going to do, I don't know what we're good at. And Germans, we're not going to mention. These motherfuckers be engineers, bro.
Yo.
These motherfuckers be engineering, bro.
Coming up with so many solutions, bro.
Bro, I don't know if you need another one after, to be honest with you. I don't think you need another after.
So I think Mexicans just came from
You know what they say? Third Reich's a charm.
Cut away from him. This guy's trying to get us cancer.
30 days.
But I think Mexicans just came from Italians.
Say again?
Mexicans just came from Italians. Like they evolved from Italians.
How so?
What's the Mexican flag?
Red, white, and green.
But it's also got an eagle.
What's the Italian
and a
flag?
snake. Red, white, and green.
Same flag, bro.
Damn, Mark.
Hey, Mark, bro.
It's really cool seeing young you.
Hey, Mark, bro. Listen.
Son, I did it again. I can't even help it.
You got to relax,
Don't
bro.
point it at me.
Come
dude.
on, son.
You trying to kill me?
I could kill you. You get a boner off of that shit. Do you think Hitler ever did that? He ever stood a few feet away from his bitch? Was like, good habit.
Off to the right.
Bro, he probably whispered in her ear, dude.
Wait, why?
I have a huge cock. That's what he said.
Oh man.
Okay. Let's listen. We got to call Mike Feeney. Okay.
Can I piss and then we call him?
Yes, we'll set it up. All right, guys, we're gonna pay some bills real quick. Actually, this is quite important because right now times are tough for people. You got to save some money. It's you got to find every possible way you can save money, and we love companies that help you do that. This company helped me save some money. Policy Genius. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they will basically shop and get you the best insurance rates for home insurance. You can mix and match with auto insurance, and they can save you $1,000 a year. I think the average person is saving $1,127 a year by doing it. And they're doing all the work. You literally just go to policygenius.com. You type in all the things that pertain to the thing you want insurance for, and they will mix and match insurance policies, and they'll literally they'll tell you how much these insurance policies are. If they're better, you just go with the new insurance policy.
Dang.
Simple as that. It's really not that hard. You have nothing to lose. You just go out there and see if you could save some money. And if you can, save it.
Easy.
Doesn't cost you anything.
Done.
If you don't want to save money, if you don't want free money, then don't do it. But if you like free money, you might as well just go to policygenius.com.
Super easy.
That simply. Policygenius.com. You answer a few quick questions about yourself and your property. Policy Genius will compare your policy against options from the top insurers to make sure you're getting the right home insurance. Now, if you already have the right home insurance, you're good. You don't need to change anything up. But if you could save $1,000 a year, wouldn't you?
Might as well look. You got to handle shit. This is your time. It's a quarantine. You trying to save money, fellas. Go take care of business.
Take that $1,000, bro. We're going to all need this $1,000, man. Anyway, so if you'd like to put a little cash back in your pocket right now, see how much you can save by reshopping your home insurance rates at policygenius.com. Go do that. Let's get back to the show. Okay, everybody. We took a little break. Now we're back with a dear friend. Well, I don't know if you're a dear friend. I'm not going to lie. You're not a dear friend, but you're someone I like a lot.
Okay. You're a friend.
You know what I mean?
Buddy.
Yeah. But we're not hanging all the time. You know what I'm saying? We're not just going out to get pizza or something.
You don't hang out with a lot of people, but yeah.
I have a small circle.
Whose fault is that?
Do you know? But
we're here with a second tier friend.
It's a second tier. We got a nice second tier friend. We have a second tier friend, okay? But
all-star replacement.
All-star replacement, very funny comic. A guy that I enjoy being around. When we're ever at the clubs together, you know, and we're talking, I like you. I like this I like this pristine. Well, now it's not very pristine. Now you have this like weird facial hair thing going on. But generally speaking, you have this pristine look. But I know that there inside of you is this rage burning. Okay, this anger, this Long Island rage, absolute Irish Catholic rage is burning under the surface. I feel like you are. Mike Feeney is like 1 second away from a road rage incident at any point in time. That's the energy that you walk around with. It's like
100%.
You're smiling, but at any point in time, you would love to just take somebody's face and smash it into something hard.
That's a
This
dream
is
of
Mike
mine.
Feeney making his first appearance. Maybe not his first appearance.
No, him and Cannon were on one week.
His first solo appearance on the Flagrant 2 podcast. Mike, how are you, my friend?
Good, pal. Just trying to stay alive during this. Dude, we go back so long. I remember when you used to be a flat brim hat guy, you know? That's how far you've come.
Ah, that is true. I used to do a Yankee Fitted.
Yeah.
I used to have a Yankee Fitted. Those were the old, what was it called?
Lantern days.
Yeah,
man.
Village Lantern days.
Yeah, I used to say Feeney was your little brother. He just looked like your
That's
little
why
brother.
I had to stop wearing hats. Because people like you wouldn't stop saying that.
So Feeney, how has your quarantine been going? You've been with your wife. Are you guys still together? You beating her up? What's going on with that?
I gotta say, I don't know what my wife's Italian instincts have kicked in during this quarantine, and she's leveled up her cooking game to a place that I can't possibly describe.
Really?
She used to be able to cook. Now she's like a fucking chef. She's like doing Instapot. She's like making little. She just made hummus for the first time and murdered it. She's making all different types of cuisines. I see that you're putting up a lot of food pictures too. So there's something right now about. The food game is being stepped up in a dramatic way.
This writer said that animals are returning back to their natural habitats, and I think her name is Melissa Chen. But she's like women are going back in the kitchen. It's fucking great. We got dolphins in the canals in Venice and women in the kitchen. It couldn't be better. Right? Now, Feeney, what is this anger about? I want to get to the source of this anger. Why are you so angry? What's this fucking anger about?
Doesn't things just piss you off? Everything pisses me off, especially driving. Like you nailed it really with the driving, man. I don't know what it is, but
there's a deeper issue, Feeney.
Maybe
it's not driving. Something else is going on.
It's because everybody else is an idiot but me. That's why that pisses me, especially driving, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's where it's easily on display.
Now, you have this special that you've been putting out. You've been putting out content. You started to blow up on TikTok. I was very proud of you for that. I thought it was awesome.
Feeney doing it on TikTok.
Because Feeney's one of these guys that like everybody, you're one of the guys that will actually do it, right? Like a lot of people ask me for advice and then I'll give them advice and then they won't do anything. But you're one of the guys who will ask me for advice and you'll actually go there and do it. And I remember it was like maybe over a year ago, you were like, what should I do? I was like, just put out content for a year and then talk to me in a year. And then I think you said within like, on the 11th month and 2 weeks left, I'm sure you were burning with rage. You're like, I can't wait to tell him nothing happened. I can't wait to tell him I did this for a whole fucking year and nothing happened. And then all of a sudden you explode on TikTok.
Yeah, I was marking the days on the calendar to tell you were wrong, dude.
You had that guitar ready to smash over my head.
Jeff Jarrett style, bro. Yeah, just
So what happens? You're hanging out. Tell me when the video goes viral. What's the experience like? You finally...
nobody was on. No comedians are really on TikTok. I guess because everyone thinks it's for 12-year-old Asian girls, and it might be. But there's also 600 million people on the app, and it was more downloaded than Instagram last year. So I just started putting 1-minute clips on there, and then the one that blew up. The one that blew up is the joke I have called "The Solution to Gun Control," which, if you remember,
Akaash,
came
you remember this?
Came about
buddy.
from Inside Jokes, which was
There you go.
Great
all
series.
three of us.
There you go.
So Agila's Nosh back in the day, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Gila's Nosh, not Gila. Gila's still alive. But the
Well,
Nosh-
yes, of course.
Yeah.
But I just broke that news. Oh, Andrew, you haven't.
Sorry about that. Corona got a good one. Yeah. But that's right. You did that bit. It was a great bit. It was for Inside Jokes, and you posted on TikTok, and it fucking goes viral.
It blew up. Yeah, man. I think it has over 5 million views.
Whoa,
and
crazy.
The rest was history, man. I woke up to my phone with all these, just jumped up 40,000 followers in one night, and now we're sitting pretty at like 250. So
Whoa.
yeah, and the videos are catching, which is great. But yeah, I think I did it the right way by putting out the clips, as recommended by you, one by one, and then putting the whole special out. Because since then, the fan base has grown.
So
it's
now
been
you have a
crazy.
special that's out, Rage Against the Routine.
Yes,
And
completely
it's on
free.
YouTube. And completely free. It's available on YouTube. Everybody could go watch it. Make sure you go check out Mike Feeney, Rage Against the Routine. Now, did you include in your marketing for the special how none of the networks wanted you and how nobody wanted you? Okay, this is something I got to clarify, okay?
Oh, boy.
I want comics to put their stuff out on YouTube. And I want them to do everything that I've done that's worked for me. It's for all you guys to do it 100%. But, and you haven't done this, but like there are comics out there who have kind of taken a narrative in the wrong way. I've never promoted a special as nobody wanted this because that doesn't make sense. Hey, I want you to watch something. Why should I watch it? Because nobody wanted it ever. Nobody has ever. Hey, all those other networks you like? They didn't like it. So you should watch it. Hey, I'm going to show every network that said no because they thought it was bad, even though you like all the stuff they usually post. And then you should watch my shit. That's not how we watch stuff. You basically gave yourself a 0-star rating on Yelp and then asked people to go to your restaurant.
100%.
That's never how I promoted a special. What I always did was I put out a project that had a theme, right? Like the 441, it was that this is a night in New York. The views for the cis was this is a pushback against all the PC shit that I saw in like, normal corporate or whatever, comedy, et cetera, all the networks. But I never was like, the reason you should watch this because nobody wants it. But I think comics have seen my journey and they're like, oh, the way you get people to support you is you say that nobody wanted your shit and then they get behind you. That's not how it works. You're just saying that your special sucks.
I think they're trying to do that us versus them mentality, but they're really overplaying the hand.
But you create us versus them in a different way. You can galvanize people not by the networks not supporting them because people can't relate to that. The average person that just has an accounting job isn't going, Amazon passed on me too. Right? There's nothing. It just makes no sense. So
Yeah.
That's why for me, like even talking to you right now, like I want people to understand your rage so that when we get to the point of your special where we're like, yo, you got to check out Feeney's special. It's called Rage Against the Routine. Then they get a sense of who you are as a person and they're like, oh shit, I get pissed off about mundane shit too. Maybe I want to fuck with this special as well.
Dude, here's a perfect 100%.
Is it like Seinfeld with emotion? Like a less autistic Seinfeld?
Let me guess. You go on stage like, whoa, I'm on stage. Whoa. Whoa, I came into the same stage that I always come into. I'm going to act crazy about that.
Oh, man.
How trash is Seinfeld, right?
I love Seinfeld.
I'm such a hater.
I love Seinfeld.
trash is that fucking show?
He's a monolith, but fucking that last special I just watched, man, not great. Not great.
I need to see it. I haven't seen it.
Well,
It's
we don't
tough.
trash comedian specials on this show, okay?
I didn't trash
just trashed
it. I
the
said
human being.
not Great.
We just trash the human beings themselves.
Yeah, got you. All right.
I meant how trash is the show, Seinfeld.
Oh no, fuck that, dude. That show's great.
You like that show?
Dude, everybody likes the show.
Listen, do you
Not
know what?
everybody,
You know
most
how?
people.
You know the only
Pretzels
thing
make
more
you
basic.
thirsty.
Bitch? No, you know the
Don't
only
they
thing
though?
more basic.
No.
The only thing more
Who drinks?
basic.
Who eats
Bitch.
pretzels without something to drink?
No, the only thing that's more basic bitch than fucking liking Seinfeld is trying to be the contrarian. I don't like Seinfeld. That's that shit.
He made that point with a pen in his hand. That's how you know it's real. First of all, no one says they don't like Seinfeld.
Nah,
You
there's
do.
People.
I'm the only one.
There's a group.
You're not the
I'm
only
the
one.
only
You're
one
outta
that
here.
says
You're not
they
the
don't like
only one
it. Name another person that says it.
Mad people say
Name
it.
one.
My brother don't like it.
He's smart.
Anybody who likes Friends.
Think about it. Nobody says they don't like Seinfeld because everybody wants Seinfeld to give them some shit. I don't give a fuck what Seinfeld gives me. The show stinks. The show is bad. It's objectively bad comedy.
It's objectively.
It is.
It is objectively.
Elaine doesn't have
perfect
one
as a
female
sitcom.
friend. Fuck out of here.
I don't know if she does, but that's
Who are her
that
female
actually
friends?
rings
The
true.
ones that she lives with, her roommates.
She does have a female roommate.
She's got
She does
female
have a female
roommates.
roommate, yeah.
Maybe the most realistic thing in the show. Maybe the most realistic thing in the show. Might be. I just can't buy it, dude. It doesn't make any sense. It does. I don't relate to it in any way. And I grew up in
Okay.
Manhattan. These are my people.
Yeah, yeah.
These are my people, and I'm telling you, it's fake. Like, what
I
if
don't know,
Italians? What if Italians?
Nobody
trash
watches
Sopranos?
Seinfeld for the reality.
Say again.
You won't watch Seinfeld for the reality. You're not like, yo, it's such a realistic depiction of the city.
Hold on. I thought
It's
his
like The
whole-
Wire, but
I
New
thought
York.
his whole comedy is look how relatable this is. Everybody goes through this.
No, the
so
comedy
it is the
in the
reality.
small things that we all go through, but the show itself as a whole isn't supposed to be some a nonfiction fucking
Nah,
display of New York
you
life.
guys are right. It's comedic genius. Like, isn't it crazy how like I was trying to park here and now you're trying to park here? How are we going to work out this dispute?
That sounds pretty brilliant.
Where's
That
Alec-
sounds like fire. for
Where's
TV.
Alec Baldwin when you need him? Right? We need a
I don't
tough
see
guy
how that
can work this
relates,
shit out.
but yo, the rest of it sounded fire. Son, if you replace Alec Baldwin with Kramer, ball game.
Yeah, fuck
I'm in.
this show,
I'm in.
dude.
Hitman holla ball game.
Schultz sound like a man who's seen every episode of this show.
So I think by proxy, I've seen every episode, and I'm just like, eh. Just like, do you really watch it and you go, you laugh out loud? Like you laugh like you would laugh at The Office? You laugh out loud?
I laugh out loud.
I
You
laugh
laugh
out loud.
out
I
loud?
laugh out loud. Mainly at Kramer. Yo, Kramer, great man. I don't care how
George
racist he is. This guy's
Costanza.
fucking great.
George is one of the best characters of all time.
Why?
Television characters.
Why?
Because he's mad. He gets fucked over every single time. His life is miserable. It's great.
R.I.P. to Jerry Stiller, by the way. You shitting on Seinfeld on quite the day.
Yes.
Why? What happened to Jerry Stiller?
Jerry Stiller died yesterday.
From Corona?
Nah, I don't
No,
think so.
from
Don't give a fuck,
92.
then.
Yeah.
If he was supposed to go, he's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Isn't he old? How old is he?
I can't argue with 92 is 92.
He's 92 and we're going to feel bad about this?
But he's still funny, though. He was still funny, yo. Funny till the end.
He was
kept
still
working.
fake. He has so many funny lines. Oh,
I'm going to be honest with you. Best part of the show.
Jerry Stiller.
Best part of the show. I'm going to be honest
make
with
that
you.
argument.
Might
You
have
could
been
make
the
that
only
argument.
redeeming part of Seinfeld is Jerry Stiller and his wife. Their relationship, only redeeming part.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fucking great, man.
All right. What are more things you like that suck?
Can I tell you this thing,
No.
though? About, all right, well.
Were you going to do a
like-
bit like this was a late night show?
What
That
if
was the only thing.
Yo,
Can
we
I tell
gotta,
you this
we
thing?
gotta Byron
Yeah.
Allen. We gotta like start. We gotta like set you up like randomly. So, Mike Feeney, you've been brushing your teeth with an electronic toothbrush. Funny you
Funny
say.
you say that. You ever notice about Sonicare, how it's not? No, man, but it's a crazy thing because, I've been talking to my mom who was in Florida, so I haven't seen her. I was supposed to be down there this weekend, right? But I haven't seen her since the thing. And Florida's like crazy. There's no restrictions. They're letting everybody do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. And my mom is like classic, like, who gives a shit? If they say it's good, we're good to go.
We're
I'm not
good.
going to stop
Yeah.
living, right?
Yup.
And my mom very little watches the news, so she really doesn't have any grasp of what's going on here.
Right.
And I think my mom's fully Florida now, dude. She's losing it.
Talk
Like,
to me
she's
because I
fully-
like this.
Okay, I'll tell you. She calls me the other night at like 10 o'clock at night, and she goes, she saw this article about a woman that was in a coma. I don't know if you heard about this. She was in a coma, and one of the orderlies like raped her and got her pregnant, and the woman had a baby while in a coma.
Best
she
way
had
to
a
do
full-
it.
and had no idea, right? So
You didn't feel a
Best
thing.
way to have the
Didn't feel a
baby.
thing. And
I mean,
the
what is
baby
an
was-
epidural? An epidural is a body coma, right? You just don't feel anything, right? Isn't that what an epidural essentially does? Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean,
So
if you wanted a baby, hypothetically.
dude, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going.
Go.
My mom goes first. She's like, "Did you hear the story?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "That's horrifying. It's such a horrifying thing." And she goes, "Right, but here's what I'm thinking." She goes, "Listen." She goes, "There's so many like unfortunate women that can't have babies out there.
Yeah.
Why can't we make coma surrogates and just sign it up like an organ donor? If I'm in a coma, I'll have your baby. You can just put it."
It's not a bad idea. It's not the worst idea.
What's the deal with vegetables having kids? I mean, let's use them for something or pull the plug. We can save some money on electricity in here.
She's got the
Whoa,
whole...
did somebody say vegetable? Did somebody say vegetable? Jared, do you have some vegetables? Do you need me to get you guys some vegetables?
You's a hater.
So that's every episode of Seinfeld, right? I'd like some vegetables.
That is literally no episode of Seinfeld ever.
That's every Seinfeld episode, right? Let's do a Seinfeld episode right now, right? Let's do a Seinfeld episode right now.
Okay.
Here's a Seinfeld episode. Walks out, stubs toe on the threshold. Hey, why do we still have thresholds? I mean, it's not like if you get married, you actually carry your wife over a threshold.
I'm interested.
What's the point of a threshold?
Where's this going?
I don't know what a threshold is for. That's kind of stupid. We shouldn't have thresholds. Storyline B, right?
The joke fell apart at the end.
No, it's got to come back. It's a comeback. It's a comeback. It's going to come back. It's
You're
going to
leaving
come
out a
back.
lot of funny, though. Seinfeld would do 15 minutes of funny on the threshold.
But how
And you
would-
had
how would it be
something-
funny?
You had something with the wife carrying.
With the wife carry, it was going to be good.
And that's the genius of Seinfeld as he keeps going.
But you know what I was going to come back with? I was going to come back with Kramer walks in and trips over the fucking threshold. And then it's like, oh, wow, the threshold has come full circle. This is an episode of Seinfeld. See how unfunny it is?
You's a hater.
You left out a lot
You's
of...
a hater. Son.
But that's what it is. If you break down an episode of Seinfeld, make it funny.
It's funny.
How?
Because it's funny.
All right, guys. Final break. This don't even feel like a break. I got to shout out the homies, man.
Hell
Radix. Shout out to Radix Remedies. You already know Radix Remedies. This is the CBD supplier for the Flagrant 2 Asshole Army. Not only do they have them roll up joints that smoke like a joint, feel like a joint shit, they might even get you high like a joint. They also got the rubs. They have the sprays. They got the nighttime gummies with the melatonin. Be very careful with those, but those have been putting Akaash's ass to sleep for good. But, real talk, if you are taking any form of CBD, make sure these guys provide you with the CBD. They're real legit dudes. It's a great company. It's outside of Austin. People have gone, Asshole Army members have gone to the store in Austin. They've hooked them up right there on the spot. Yep. They support what we do. They support the flagrancy, so we're supporting them. They've been putting out these bottles of hand sanitizer because they were able to make that similar to the CBD machine, donating a bottle for every bottle purchased to like people in need. I think they're doing the right thing with their company at a time like this. So we try to support them as much as we possibly can. So light one up for our boys at Radix Remedy, man. RadixRemedies.com/flagrant, promo code flagrant. Make sure you get that discount. They got everything you need. They got monthly packages. They got the one-offs, whatever you possibly could need in the CBD genre. They got it for you. They got the neuro route if you need to be a little sharper upstairs. I know you're about to get back to work. You've been, furloughed for a couple months. You need your brain to be sharp. Get that neuro route going. A lot of cool stuff going on over there. So shout out to Radix Remedies, man. RadixRemedies.com. Flagrant is always the promo code.
I'm going to keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
I've tried a bunch of different CBDs. I've gone to Cali and got the weed shop CBD, whatever. The single best CBD I've had in terms of effectiveness is this CBD joint from Radix Remedies.
Let's go. Light it up for the homies. Radix Remedies. RADIX Remedies.com. Peace. Let's get back to the show. Okay, so your mom thinks that we should rape women in comas and then make them have children.
Dude, that's what I was like. I was like, rape? That's what you're saying? And she's like, and this was her line that I was like, oh, my mom's fully lost it. She goes, they're just laying there anyway.
Oh, fuck.
No, hold on. These are people who will never wake up again.
I mean, who knows? That's the thing about comas. You could be in a coma for 3 days
That's the
or
thing
11
about
years.
comas.
Who knows?
Honestly, that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny right there. And if that was an episode of Seinfeld, maybe it's that the subject material is too soft for me to be like invested in. Like, I don't care about parking tickets. I don't care about any of this shit. But if it was like women in comas getting raped and like becoming surrogates because they're just laying there, right? You know what I mean? That would be kind of, you know what I mean? That'd be kind of fire.
Seinfeld
That'd be cool to
meets
see
The Handmaid's Tale.
Kramer busting the door of the fucking coma unit.
I gotta get my seed.
Which one am I gonna pick?
Not the black one.
Oh, dude. Oh, God. Is your pop still alive?
Yeah. They're just divorced. He also lives in Florida. So
Do they hang out? Do they see each other?
Nah, they're on different coasts.
Do they know
why?
that? Did they make that decision knowing that who's on what coast?
My mom moved down there like 10 years before my dad. But
Your
it's
dad
the
was
Long
like,
Island way. You turn like 60, you have to move to Florida. Otherwise, they come for you.
Yeah, you also don't want to be in this fucking cold. Go to
Yeah,
Florida.
dude.
No.
I mean, there's no point to be here. If,
ready to get out
you don't
now.
have to.
Yeah.
Now, so they go down there. Do you think your dad was chasing after that old tail? Or do you think that he was trying to live a different life?
Breaking hips.
He was living different life. He was already remarried to someone older.
He married an older woman?
Wow.
An older woman. Yeah,
much
and she's
older?
the opposite of my mom. I don't know how much older she is than my mom, but she's older than him. And my dad was like 5 years younger. My dad was 5 years older than my mom. So he went like probably like a 7-year, 8-year swing.
And this new woman, and is he just crushing that box? Or
I can't imagine. She's very like chill and like reading out by the porch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like no sun, just kind of like chill. She's an artist. She
Maybe
paints.
she's just tired from fucking your dad.
yo, that's true.
Fuck.
He could be turning her into smithereens. Do you know what that is?
I don't think that you've
Smithereens?
seen my dad's physical body. He's like he used to be my size. He's now 260.
260.
And it's all 6 foot, 260, Santa stomach, Budweiser for the last 35 years. We'll do that.
But maybe she just hops on that, right? With that dried out douche. And then they just go to fucking town.
And maybe the sweat from underneath his stomach helps her.
Oh, yeah. When she needs to
Moisturize,
wet up,
you know
she
what I mean?
just dips a pinky in his belly button and just rubs that shit.
You guys are just bad people. That's what it is. Let's go back to talking about raping coma surrogates.
No, but what if it's an option like when you get your license? If I'm in a coma, you can...
Yes.
Use my fucking organs
Or my vagine.
or my
That's what we're
machine
talking
for
about.
good.
You put it on your driver's license.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like an organ donor.
Now,
you
here's the
can
thing.
donate-
I think a lot of people are taking this in a bad way because they're like, oh, you're going to fuck them and then they're going to get pregnant. What you're saying is like you should like use artificial insemination.
Yeah, and what
Turkey
I mean,
baster.
I guess. But what I'm saying is,
Or would you
like,
get the job done yourself?
No, not. I'm saying, let's say you and your girl, you can't have kids because you got a broke dick or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, you guys want to have a baby,
know
or
well.
she can't have a baby.
Yeah.
You take the cum, you put it in her, and then you fucking.
But
make
how
the
you
baby.
get it in her, I think changes how we look at the situation, right?
Yeah,
If
let's
you
do the
like
cow
Kill Bill it,
insemination.
it's fucked up. But if you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
turkey based, then I think
Turkey-based.
we can understand it. Especially
Sure.
if this person's a vegetable forever.
Well, listen, it's all supervised.
What?
It's,
Hey, now you're not into it.
What?
I just lost interest.
that's for the medical professionals have to be present.
Now-
Obviously,
now,
it's not just
when-
one guy running in there with a baster of cum just squirting.
But when you're with the doctor and the doctor is doing like the turkey basting, do you think when he does the final push, you just go, ugh?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Pull it out slowly. Pull it out slowly.
Yeah.
Leave a little on your belly. Leave a little.
Aftershocks.
Oh, buddy.
Dude, how great
Feeney,
would
you
that
wild
be?
motherfuck.
Yeah, man, that would be crazy. I think, though, there'd be painless pregnancies. That's what women always say. That's the worst pain ever. Is having a baby. Boom, you wake up. How you feeling? Great. By the way, you had a kid.
Whoa.
Tightened you up.
Yeah. Yeah, if they wake up.
Yeah.
That'd be
if they
kind of
wake up.
fucked if they
The
wake up.
nightmare.
Yeah.
The nightmare is if you artificially inseminate them and they wake up from the coma mid childbirth. That would be
That's
the
crazy.
absolute hell.
Shit.
That's crazy.
That would be pure hell.
What do you do in that moment?
But it did wake you up. So,
Oh,
silver lining.
Oh, guys, I think we figured it out.
That would be a good way to cure female coma
comas.
patients.
I think we fit. Yeah, what do we do with the men in a coma? Can we stuff like
Fuck them in
wounds
their
them?
ass
Can we
for fun? See if that wakes them up.
Son, that's the most dude way to wake your boy in a coma up. Right? Like the doctor's like, your friend's in a coma. He's not making. Oh, word! All right, get me a cucumber, fam. Now we gonna see. You're just jamming a cucumber. Oh, you really in a coma, Todd? Really, Todd?
I see you smiling.
Be honest, you would try it. Be honest, you would
100%.
try it.
And then if he wakes up, you can call him gay for the rest of your life.
Yo, he's fake sleep, bro. He's fake sleep. Don't believe this shit.
You take it out of his ass, put it right under his nose. He's like,
Oh,
right up,
fucking
man.
Feeney, man.
yeah, dude.
Feeney, what are you thinking? How long we in this quarantine? You think we're ready to get back to these shows or what?
Man, I still have clubs. There's a club in Seattle that still has me going out there in July, and I'm not confident about that anymore. But I'm starting
Meaning
to think
you would do it, but you're not confident they will allow it.
they're asking me. They're like, "You're still good," but I'm like, I don't know that the world's going to be good to do that. By then, July
not?
seems soon.
Nah, just
I
do
don't-
it,
I mean,
bro. Who
Who
cares?
cares if you get it, Feeney? You got no kids. Your parents
First
don't
off-
love you. They moved to the other side of the country.
Yeah.
First
You
off,
guys
I
fucking
already
his new
had
mom.
it.
Everything is good.
I got corona, baby. I still can't. I haven't been able to smell since March. I have no sense of smell.
That's
I was very
crazy.
sick. Yeah, it really sucks.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. You have
Except
corona?
I don't know if I think I definitely had it. And it's probably still in me because I don't have my full sense of smell back. And that's like the biggest symptom. I had all the shit besides a fever. Every other symptom I had.
How do you
And
neglect to
then-
mention the most interesting thing about you?
In the beginning of this shit.
30 minutes of an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I did the helium. I did Philly helium.
We bumped
with,
you
I
last
guess-
week and you still didn't think of this story?
You had
Listen,
a whole
man,
week to remind yourself that you had corona and then we could talk about it. And you start with road rage?
You fucking Byron Allen me into that.
Listen, I didn't think you had to take it. I was just trying to set the table. I was like, yeah, he likes road rage. And you're like, yeah, you know what I like
know
even
what?
better? Fucking dead chicks.
You know what? You set that up very perfectly, like an episode of Seinfeld.
In the camera, son, on that
Damn,
ass.
son.
In the camera, son, on that ass.
Feeney fucking got me right there. Shit.
But no, I definitely had, and
What
my
was it
wife I
like,
think
bro?
had it too. It was my wife caught it worse than I did. She had the fever for like 3 straight days and everything. It felt just like a really terrible flu.
And then what happened with that when she had the fever? Like, what'd you do with her? Did you fucking...
Well, they said if you're at 3 days at over 100 and at the time it was like 103.
We don't care about the temperature, bro. We just want to know how you treated her when she was all
103
sick.
high as fuck, though.
Oh, I gave her Tylenol and the fucking cold compress. There's nothing you could. She just slept for so much of the time, but she's also she's again Italian. Yeah. They don't want you. She like refuses to accept any help at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, which I just kind of was playing video games. Yeah, dude, it was I got like a 2-day, 48
You got a vacation
hours.
from marriage. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yo,
48 hours.
be honest. When she had corona, did you try to fuck?
Is she going to get pregnant in 7 months? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Keep it real.
Oh, Corona, baby.
Keep it real. When she said she couldn't taste anything, were you like, I have an idea?
Let's test
Like,
that
I
theory
can't smell
right now.
anything and I can't taste anything. You're like, I haven't showered in 3 days. I have an idea of an activity for us, babe. It's time to bond.
Dude,
Is that when your mom gave you the coma theory when you were like, yeah, my wife just keeps sleeping? She was like, hey, interesting story.
I want a child, Michael. I want a child. Down in Florida, they're doing interesting things with people that sleep all day.
Dude, it was brutal. I just hate that I can't smell anything. It's driving me crazy. In New York, it's all right, like walking around the street because nobody has cleaned the street, so everything smells like garbage, which is great. I can't smell that. It's a fucking superpower. But otherwise, it's been a nightmare, man. I just smelled rubbing alcohol before this podcast. I tried to smell it, got nothing from it.
Whoa. That's
Nothing.
wild.
Damn, dog, you can't smell anymore, bro?
I hope it comes back. They say it comes back after a couple of weeks. I had it the second week of March. So what the
I don't
fuck?
think you're getting your smell back, bro.
Bro, that's crazy.
I don't know if I am, man. And it really is a bummer because things that I love, like the smell of coffee, can't smell it anymore. Or I smell a little bit, but it doesn't smell what I like the smell. It smells like a weird, shitty version of it.
Have you tried shaving that horrible mustache?
Hot calling the kettle black.
What is it? What is that? How is it, Mark? Yo, we need to get that.
That shit's hot. You got it.
Yo, we need to get that as a button for our.
Oh, that was good.
Wait, hit that.
How's that show not fire, yo?
I don't know what he just
That's
did,
the
bro.
hottest theme song.
That's what
on
they
earth.
do in between the show. They do the music, and then at the very end it goes da-da-da-da, like that.
I thought he
does like
slaps that bass, bro.
That's in the beginning. The song's got an arc, bro. See the
Act like that shit ain't fire.
All right,
See?
stop. We're
That's
gonna get flagged for that shit, bro. Come on. Damn, bro. All right, maybe Seinfeld is fire, man.
This shit is hot, bro.
Seinfeld is fire,
That
dog. Hey, bro. He's the best, bro. Seinfeld might be the best. Yo, son, it's mad difficult to eat on a plane, bro. Have y'all ever tried that? Hey, bro, have y'all ever tried eating on a plane?
I didn't even try because I heard Seinfeld saying how hard it was.
It's
I was
so
like, that ain't for
difficult.
me.
Hey, like, how do you lower the thing in first class where you have a fucking cabin to yourself? Stop trying to relate to me.
You know what's interesting about his new special though is that no networks wanted it, so he had to put it. The industry's clueless, you know.
This shit is so funny when I see it. We comics, stop it, bro. Stop it. You got to think about something, market something in a way that people want to see it, not in a way they shouldn't. Don't give everybody the reason why they shouldn't watch your special.
No, everybody should watch. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say that everybody wanted my special, and I turned all them down.
Now,
fuck everybody.
There
That's
we
smart.
go.
That's a smart
The
move.
way it works after the fact is you create David versus Goliath, right? If you were like nobody, after you have successful, after you do 1 million views, then you go, nobody wanted it and I still got 1 million views. Then it's exciting for the people because they relate to that. But if you're like,
Right.
nobody wanted it and nobody still watched it, they're like, there was a reason. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum. So Feeney, bro, tell the people, man, why should we watch the special?
Guys, it's I've been doing comedy fucking over 11 years now. This is my my debut special, over 50 minutes, stand-up comedy. Took place, filmed it right here in New York City, New York Comedy Club, and I think it's fucking great. The feedback has been great so far on it. I'm really proud of it.
One joke that they have to see in it? Because nobody cares how long you've been doing comedy. Nobody cares where you filmed it. Nobody cares about these things.
You want to do that over?
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going
Yeah,
to
I
redo it.
guess
We're going to
so.
practice this. We're going to practice. It is, what is one bit? Because that's how I would pitch it to somebody. I was like, bro, you just got to watch the special. He's got this one bit about fucking surrogates, coma women being surrogates.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think you don't know how to lead things because you led your pitch with, I'm old. I've been doing comedy a long time. You know, this is the first time I've done anything.
You sound like Akaash trying to get pussy, bro. That's what. I got a small dick. I'm not that tall. You know what I mean? And I'm figuring things out with my apartment. And might be moving to Jersey. Not exactly sure how these things.
There's a reason I only had one.
Akaash acts like it was his choice being a virgin till 30.
Hey, I'm from India. I'm not used to women having choices. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
We would have knocked this shit out the park way earlier back home.
Yeah.
Man.
If you're gonna watch, you should watch the special because of just go watch the.
What's your
Solution Gun
favorite
Control
bit on it? What's your favorite bit on it? Because that's how I would pitch it. I'd be like, bro, like, because we always think about that, like when we're pitching each other specials, like, yo, you got to see Burr's special. Why? He's got this bit about a helicopter ride. You know what I mean? It's usually like one thing. So what's the one thing that you think people should check out? And then they'll watch the whole thing, hopefully, too.
Outside of the gun control thing, my favorite bit on the album is is a perfect example of how petty and angry that I get. I went on a plane and got and was first I was just trying to drink because I drink on a plane. I'm not gonna do the whole bit, but I was just trying to drink on the plane. The woman comes over and first off she judges me for ordering a drink because it was early. But it's like, fuck you. We might fucking crash and I'm not going down sober. Fuck off, you know? And then I proceeded to have 6 drinks on the flight instead of my usual 2. Despite her, all pettiness, dude. And it was all pettiness and got absolutely hammered. She gave me this obnoxious thing. I tried to be nice and was like, can I open the tab? Yeah. And she does a whole thing where she was like, this is an airplane, not a bar. It's fucking obnoxious. And then I get, the stewardess said that to me. She goes, this is an airplane, she lemon squeeze, like not a bar. She did that with her face. And that's why I was like, I'm going to get shit-faced despite her today.
I love it.
Yeah, it's all about petty. If you're petty or if you got rage, you'll like that bit. It's perfect justice.
And you might like the rest of it. That's what we should have called the special, Petty Justice. Ooh, good name for the next one, Feeney.
Write it
down. Petty Justice. Yeah, man. And then make sure you check Feeney out on TikTok. Your Mike Feeney on TikTok?
At I am Mike Feeney on all social media.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah, man.
Okay, Uniform. So make sure you check out Mike. Mike will be back on, but I love you, man. I think it's great. I think you're a hard worker. I think there's a lot of comics. I think there's a lot of comics that pretend that they want it, but they're not really willing to do all the work. They'll do like bare minimum work, and I think that you've always struck me as someone, and this is why I put up with your fucking annoying ass text message. You will text me at like 2 a.m. and be like, "Do you think this is a good caption?" I have better shit to do than write your fucking captions.
I'm always thinking.
But the reason why I always respond about it is because one, I believe in you, but also because you'll fucking do the work. I know you'll do the work, and it's so cool to see and so refreshing to see. And I think that people who are willing to do the work and put in the fucking work deserve success that comes with that, man. So I wish you the best with everything. I was super excited for you when shit started to blow up on TikTok, and I hope millions of people start to watch your special. But don't define it by that, obviously. No. Do you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you get, you have to feel confident with the product, man. And I think
I'm already happy with it.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's going.
I'm already happy. Yeah, baby. It's starting to, it's doing well. Yeah.
Great, man. So thank you so much for coming on, dog. Anything else you want to tell the people about? And it's Rage Against the Routine. Check it out. Not Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Routine. Obviously, it's a play off Feeney's favorite band, which is Rage Against the Machine. And,
I love the title, yo. Rage Against the Routine.
It's perfect.
Great title.
It's perfect.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Other than that, if you guys want to listen to podcasts, Irish Goodbye podcast, I got with Mike Cannon.
I can't believe I forgot this. So Mike Cannon, who's also been on here. Y'all love Mike. They do a podcast together called the Irish Goodbye podcast.
Got a Patreon.
And you guys got a Patreon as well.
We got a Patreon. We started a second podcast called What's the Scenario with me, Cannon, and Brendan Sagalow. Where
Shouts to Sagalow, man.
Sagalow's the greatest.
So man, check out all their stuff, man. They got tons of stuff out there. And Cannon also had a special that's out as well. Hilarious.
Life Begins.
Life Begins. Super, super funny. He's been doing these great Ellen DeGeneres videos.
Oh, they're so funny.
He's totally losing his mind, dude.
He's so good, dude. Anyway, I wish you guys much success. I think you guys are very important for New York comedy, and I'll be here to support you guys in any way you can. I'm sure Akaash feel the same.
Yep.
And we love you, buddy. Be good, all right?
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Have a good one, boys.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Peace.
for having me.